What is going on, everybody? It is every other Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It is time for 7's Wild here on 3 Star Draw. I'm down south 77, and with me is my cousin.
Pop Blender. What's up? What's up?
What's going on over there? What you up to tonight? Your day off, right?
Yep, day off as usual. Just trying to get some stuff set up a little bit saved for tonight, and was gonna catch up on my Energon universe, but I ended up having to run a couple places, and I had to shave. I had to get tidied up. My Santa Claus beard was getting a little too thick after last night with Matthew, so kind of had to get tightened up for tonight. You know what I mean?
Does it
Gotta look
age you
good.
that much having that conversation with Matthew every Tuesday? Does it just make you age out,
Man, no,
absorbing the wisdom?
it's kind of the reverse actually. It's kind of the reverse with him because sometimes he'll get me, pumped up or whatever. Or if we start talking about something that we both really care about, then it's feels like years ago when you were super passionate about something that you really had to get out, right? So it's kind of that way. Or it reminds me of I'm at work, which when I'm at work, man, uh, I talk a lot. Funny,
Yeah.
huh? Yeah.
Funny, haha, not funny, queer.
Something like that. Anyway, what's happening with you?
Oh, not much. Just sitting here waiting to see if we're going to get hammered with these crazy storms that are off to the west of us tonight. So if we suddenly disappear or one of us suddenly disappears, you might have an idea
Let's
what's
do
going on.
this.
We got some, yeah, get that
Yeah.
thing lit up. So there's some bad thunderstorms, tornado
Yeah,
watches,
pretty
and
funky.
warnings and stuff off to the west. So never know. We'll see what happens. But no, other than that, man, just Wednesday. I get up, go to a meeting at work tomorrow. Yay. So
Yeah.
nothing nothing too major today. Still trying
Just
to recover from the weekend.
just like everybody else. We have so much in common, don't we? We're so
So
different,
much.
yet we're so similar. Including most all of us, our love for G.I. Joe in particular, which got a few things tonight. Uh, Obviously, Joe wise, we got big reveals, or so. I mean, obviously been expected, but you sent me that news this morning, and so got the picture saved. I know, like you told me earlier, everybody's probably it's spread through the community like syphilis.
Yeah.
It's-
The group
everybody's seen them.
the
Everybody's talked about them.
it's funny, I appreciate the digital age and everybody trying to spread the awareness and making sure everybody's seen everything. But if you're in two or three different groups for like the first hour and a half, it gets reposted so many times. Like, hey,
Sure.
did you guys see this? I'm like, we're all looking at the same stuff. We saw it. But I appreciate everybody's enthusiasm, wanting people to
Oh,
know about
a
it,
hundred percent.
So
Look, I still want to I still want to talk about them,
oh
right? You
yeah.
know what I mean? I still want, people's opinion on them that I haven't seen, or commented or hadn't been in any groups. You know what I mean? So for me, it really is kind of like the first time of really looking, and checking them out. And I didn't see any streams today or anything. If anybody did, and show them. So I just figured I'd wait till
just
tonight.
just Chris McLeod.
I didn't even see that, man. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait and unload on it tonight, right? Not that it's a ton, but it's some stuff we've been waiting a while for that we thought we'd get a reveal for like a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago, right? And the claw, and then obviously Snake Eyes version 4. We knew, we've known about all these guys, but I like them. I like them.
Yeah, we'll get into it here in just a little bit. We got some people we're gonna bring on here in just a little bit. Just want to talk for a minute and do the pleasantries and talk about our weather that always seems to be crazy and
We had
whatnot.
this a couple weeks ago too, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I
like,
think it
yeah, it was
was.
2 weeks ago. We had storms roll through, and then yeah, tonight. But I don't think we're really gonna get, So just to let y'all know, I think it was yesterday. all the talk at work, all my guests, were all talking about how they're in Bowling Green, Kentucky. They're predicting they're predicting 12 inches of rain over 2 or 3 days, and here it was like 6 to 10.
Yeah.
But it has barely sprinkled. It was hailing down where my sister is. It was hailing. So I'm with you. If we somehow get disconnected, man, it is what it is. But I
Yeah.
think we'll be okay.
Yeah,
We'll be okay.
I think it's supposed to hit us later tonight. So
Yeah,
you're
man.
scared of the claw. So let's go ahead and hit this chat up.
Let's
We
do
got
it.
quite a few people in here, so I got a bunch of people start. I'm trying to start so I don't miss anybody, but I'm sure I did. So let's run back up to the top with Cobweb Collector. What is going on, Cobb?
Yeah, buddy.
Congratulations on the anniversary. Thank you, Cobb. And we got Derek Holloman is here. Happy anniversary. Thank you, Derek. Got a punk with toys. Smash that like button like it's a $10 hooer.
I've heard of
Yes.
that guy. I've heard of him. He
He
seems to
shows up
be,
in my news feed sometimes.
yeah, a pretty good personality, I think, in the space, from what I understand.
I hear he can get irate.
Uncle Tim, irate? No, no.
we got to give it a little while before we start doing our Uncle Tim
Oh
impressions. So
no.
we can't do it this
A
early.
couple
So.
more of these, we might get.
Yeah. Yeah. I got some high voltage Joe. Need a cup of Joe.
Lovely.
I got to get up too early. I can't
Yeah, no, I
take
hear you.
tonight.
I actually do too. But
Daredevil
Dave.
Dave in the house. What's up?
Yeah,
Dave
man.
actually was here earlier, and for some reason his comment vanished. But when I come in and change the thumbnail out, I saw Dave was here way early. So what's going on, Dave? Thank you, brother. Let's see. We got the number one shark on the internet, Shark Eyes. Happy 1 year feeding and fighting the algorithm. It's a struggle.
For those that make a lot of videos, yes. For those that just do live streams all the time, there's no feeding or fighting.
Yeah.
It's
Not so much. I'm just here when I'm here. So yeah.
that's me. I'm here when I'm here.
Yeah.
You guys make videos.
Yeah. And it is a fight. Loves Mules is here. What's going on, cuz?
Big sis.
Roman Graham in the house. What's happening, Roman? The other Roman, not the
Oh,
the,
hey.
the two-legged Roman, not the four-legged Roman. Somewhere Roman might have just parked.
Maybe.
Let's see. Everybody. Crusty old crows in the house.
Yeah,
Here's
baby.
a quote from today's issue of G.I. Joe Beachhead. The silent issue come out today. Is that part of the Homoverse ongoing, or are those standalones? I think if I asked you that earlier, Crow, and if you answered me, I completely missed it because I was driving. But that he went and picked that up today.
The what? Issue 21?
No, it's the new, like, they're standalone issues for certain characters, and the first one come out today, and it's Beachhead.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's right. I remember. Okay, yeah, I
But
remember.
I didn't know if it was part of the ongoing story or
Right.
if they are true standalone.
I forgot all about it, man.
So I'm not sure. If they're standalones, I'll probably pick them up.
Yep.
So Eric Thurman is in the house. What's
Yeah,
going
Big
on?
E.
Derek Holloman is here. Hello, Crow and Shark Eyes. I think did we already say hi to Derek? I think we did.
We
If
did.
didn't,
We
hi,
did
Derek.
earlier. It's all good.
All right. Bobby Wald is here. Congratulations. Thank you, Bobby. Let's see. Daredevil Dave says he picked up an awesome new comic today for everyone to sign at Joe Fest. Looking forward to it.
Lovely.
And let's see. And he said he had a high wind at 75, and he got Tuco hurricane evacuation map.
Yeah, Dave, that's what we have. It's like 84 degrees and high winds.
It was warm today.
Look who's here, man. Look, Conhuesos.
Conhuesos in the house.
Hell yes. Oh, I see somebody that was online today too.
Dipped out for a little bit, and now he is back in. What's up, Conhuesos? And yes, thank you, Cuz, for 1 year. Turk Murphy's Toy Solutions in the house. What's going on, Turk? Saw you a little while earlier on with Shane. Looking
Yep.
forward to you being on Thursday with the friend tomorrow night with Punk. Get to hear a little bit of the Turk story. We'll be tuning into that. Menjoza's in the house. What's going on, Menjoza? How you doing, buddy?
Joseph, what's up?
Let's see. Get on down here. Sabir Del Norte.
Yes.
Good evening to you
Yes.
all. Happy 1 year anniversary for the channel. Well, it's the show. It's the for of the 7's Wild show. So that's all right. That's the you're not the only person that did that. So
Hey,
that's
yeah, it sometimes it feels like you kind of have it all kind of rolled up together, right?
when
Anyhow.
do you know when your anniversary for your channel is? It's got to be
Oh, I
coming
don't
up
know.
in another 6 weeks.
Maybe. I think the May Power of the Force Prince Zizor was like the first video that I think I did, and so it would have been in May. If
Okay. So
technically, I guess technically that would have been it. Although I do
yeah.
have some videos from like 12 or 13 years ago, 14 years ago on my channel. I can't remember if they're private or public, but they're goofy. So goofy shit. It has nothing to do with anything that I talk about now. So I don't know. I'll have to
uh,
look.
Crow says it seems homoverse. So
Okay.
I have to
That's
see
cool.
because I'm not reading that continuation, so I don't know if it's tied into the other story. I don't know if I will. So let's see. Bobby Walt says we had a comic book store on the news last night. Castro Valley Avengers solved their own burglary. Been catching up on them Batman comics. I see.
Oh, shit.
Castro Valley Avengers, the Valley's greatest detectives.
Beautiful.
We got Rafe Mace in the house. What is going on,
Yeah, Wraith.
Rafe?
What's up, buddy?
Saw Rafe post. He's got some sections of his armor, Gray Knight's armor that he's building. He's like actually doing a 1-to-1 actual armor suit that he's getting made for him, getting printed out, and he's gonna paint it up and cosplay with it. And he has extenders for the legs, so he's gonna be like 7 feet tall.
Okay.
I can't
Well,
wait to
son
see
of a
this.
bitch.
And if Wraith is doing it, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
um, and a Punk Toys wants to know, Wraith, are you in for May the Power of the Force this year? So you can put that in the chat or message Punk. Don't matter to me, but let him know. So yeah, thank you, Sabir. Let's see,
Yeah. Nothing to worry about
going
there.
through. So yeah, Dave showed this off. His comic shop got a exclusive alternate version of 21 that the artist is going to be there signing this year. It looks really cool. He
Sweet.
showed that earlier.
Yeah, I'll have to dig into those, man. I completely forgot about it after hearing of it. But yeah, I have to look into those. Make a note.
Let's see. I think we got to the bottom.
I think you're right. I think we did.
Let's see. So let's see. Well, I meant to put that up. So what's going on? And that's what we're going to be talking about. Some of the reveals and stuff. I am going to
Yep.
talk a little bit about. I went to Toylanta Saturday. I'm going to talk
Yeah.
a little bit about that. Got a few pictures I'm going to show. I'm not going to go through the whole roll. I got a video up on it. If you guys haven't seen that, if you want to check it out, just a shot on the GoPro, and most of the pictures are in that. So
Well,
what
speaking of the whole roll, real quick, it's funny because it used to be that you had 24, 36 exposures. Maybe you had a couple rolls and you could show those off. And now it's like you take 1,500 pictures while you're down there in one
yeah.
day. It's like you have 375 photos that you've taken in one day over 6 hours at a Toy Con, where it used to be you only had about 70 pictures you could do, 72 pictures.
You're trying to change out the little rolls in the 110. Just you
Yeah,
remember the
you know what I
110s?
mean? No, you're a lot more
Yeah.
judicious about your pictures.
Yeah.
You're very, very judicious about your pictures, and you didn't take 7 of the same thing over and
Yeah.
over and over, trying to get the perfect angle, right? And we're
No,
all
hold
guilty
up.
of it.
You got my chin was showing.
Oh yeah.
You didn't know
But
if your chin was showing till you dropped that shit off at Walmart or Walgreens or Eckerd or wherever and got it back. He's like, oh.
but it's funny though, because it really is. It changes the way that you because it's just disposable, right? Like, and not in a disposable camera kind of way, but in a way that you're just like, well, I'll just take 10 and I'll pick the best one. And then you never go back and look at them. Like,
Yep. Or you just
that's how
put it
most
on
of my
burst.
pictures are anyway. Yeah.
Put it
Yeah,
on
you can do that
burst. You
too.
got like, and it looks like you're doing a flip book,
uh,
stop motion flip book, and where you draw the little picture when you do a burst shot, and you just
yeah,
move
right.
like
Uh-huh.
an inch or two in each
Yeah,
one. So
exactly.
the worst is taking burst shots when you don't know you're doing burst shots.
Uh, yes. Also, I have the sound down. I don't know how many of you guys out there use the shutter sound when you take pictures with your phone. I have mine turned off.
Yeah.
So I don't know, especially if it's one of those ones you try to set up, maybe like, like we do it Thanksgiving or something like that, where we break out a little tripod or something and try to take a family photo. Mine has no sound. So I just don't even like, I have no idea. And
Yeah.
but that's because sometimes secretly when I'm out somewhere and I want to take a picture of some wacky shit or somebody that I see that's like, I don't want them to know.
No.
Am I terrible for that? I don't know. But it's
No,
happened. It's
of
happened.
course not. Yeah, I keep mine down too. I keep my shutter
This
thing
shit is
off too.
turned off.
But I've got mine. I got the voice control on mine. Or
Oh
like,
yeah, sure. Right, right.
I don't do that in public though. That'd be fair. That'd be awkward.
Um, so let me ask you, just setting the table a little bit. Uh, before we get into the trip and everything, um, did you want to bring anybody on for that? Did you want to wait and then that way, if everybody's here and kind of thumb through those pics, or how did you want to roll with that?
I wasn't gonna make people wait. Wait for
Okay,
us
cool, cool. Yeah,
to
yeah,
do
that's
all
cool.
that.
Yeah,
I don't want
awesome.
anybody waiting
Yeah, man.
backstage
No, no, absolutely.
longer than they need to. So we are having a few people on, and so kind of what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna talk about we'll probably talk about Toylanta first, because that's not gonna take a whole lot of time on that. I just do want to show a couple pictures on it. Then we're gonna talk about these reveals and these renders, and maybe some Joe stuff, some pre-orders. We're just gonna do like a free flowing fun, have a little bit of fun. We have some stuff for our guests that we want to do. Kind of you've got some trivia questions, and I've got some Q&A questions. Then it's nothing that's going to be like super no big reveals here. There ain't no gotcha
Oh
questions
yeah,
in
just
there.
something
Just
fun. Just
fun
a
stuff,
yeah, just finding
dumb
out kind of deal.
stuff.
Yeah, just finding out kind of deal.
I was waiting for it. Bobby Wall says trivia, I'm in. I
Yeah,
knew it.
I tried to find some not too terribly obscure stuff because like, that can be pretty difficult and not
Yeah.
very fun. But then I did try to at least parse through and find some that might be a little tough. But anyway, so yeah, I pulled out a few. I got about 13 or 14, just throw out here or there whenever
Yeah,
whenever
and
we want.
I did quite a few questions, but I mean, we don't have to do all of them. We'll pick and choose those questions.
Fine.
So let's let's not make these guys wait any longer.
Yes.
So this guy right here, you want to read that comment?
Let's see. What's up, nerds? Oh, coming
Yeah.
to the big stage, ladies and gentlemen. You know him. You love him. The big, sexy war chest full of toys
What's up?
for your
What's up?
pleasures.
How's it going, man?
Good, good. I just got in the door, man.
Beautiful.
Good timing.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully it didn't hit you where the good Lord split you.
Oh man, got my ass kicked today. It was not fun.
Rough day.
I got that like 10 o'clock call. They're like, "Boss, you got to come in." I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "New guy fucked up." I'm like, "Great." On my way.
The best kind of phone call you want to hear first thing. Yeah, first call.
Yeah.
That's
Somebody tried to
never
start a fire
good.
today. It was fun.
Well, hopefully, you can relax and chill for a little bit,
Yeah.
wax a little bit on these figure reveals, and
Yeah.
shoot the shit for a little while.
Yeah, for
We're
sure.
gonna wax on and we're gonna wax off.
Oh, I see another.
We got another one down there. I do got it to Wraith says he's gonna be in Europe for May. So film it
Oh, shit.
beforehand and schedule it, Wraith. We can make it work. So before we bring on our let Pop Blender announce our next guest, but he actually has his own entrance music.
That's right. Pledge your fealty to Crusty Old Crow. What's up, buddy?
Happy birthday.
I feel like a brand new babe.
Today I'm Frosty Old Crow. It's snowing again, motherfuckers.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna have some freezing rain up there and stuff we talked about.
Man, we could get freezing fire up here, I'm telling you.
Mhm. I don't know, man. I wouldn't mind seeing one more snow, honestly. One more snow I wouldn't mind seeing before we get out of this season. It's already 84 and 20 mile an hour gusts, but yeah, one more snow would be good. I could dig that, man.
Oh,
As
I
long as
can't
it's
picture that.
here and gone quick, I'm all right with it, I guess. We got one other guest back here that we want to welcome on. So
Hey,
go ahead
Orchard.
and
What's up?
announce this man here.
Well,
Can't
you
keep
know,
him waiting any longer.
This guy needs no introduction. You know, he rules Monday nights with an iron fist. He hates Tuesday nights because both of his moderators have shows, and he can't catch up on Daredevil if he's got to check in with them. You know this fella, a punk with toys.
All right. I hate to make this about me, but I'm going to. Seriously, War Chest, you can't even
Already?
show up for your own show on time, but you can show up to this one on time. And you just made it in the goddamn door.
Same time zone. Same time zone.
Easy math.
You can even ask. I
And,
can ask what
and
time, man.
Pop-
You know I'm bad at this.
and Pop, you're on my shit list now, and I'm sure Crow will probably agree with this. We don't want no more snow. We're done with the cold. All right?
Oh, look, no, I know you
What
are.
did you say? It's 85? Oh, poor baby. Oh, poor baby. It's 85. Fuck you.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it. But I will say the older I get, the more I appreciate the
It
cold
was-
weather.
75 last Wednesday and then 35 the next day.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that shit.
Pop, you could live to be 300 years old. You'll never appreciate the weather up here once you're in it, Buzz.
No, I believe that from everyone I've talked to and everything I've heard. No, I agree with you. I always was curious, and I say this at work sometimes to people, unless it's life-changing money or like, you know, family reasons. I'm like, I don't know why anybody would choose to move somewhere where you have to shovel snow to get out of your driveway or shovel snow on a regular basis in front of your store, your business. Like, why would anybody choose to do that?
I wish I had thought of that question, Pop, because the last time I went for a haircut, the guy in the chair next to me, I picked up the accent right away. I told you this down south. The guy was from Tennessee. I'm in Ottawa, Ontario. I'm like, what the fuck? Right? And I never thought to ask him why.
Why
I
he was
just
there?
like, yeah, I was like, hey, man, good to see you. I knew he was from Tennessee. We chatted for a bit. And then I never
funny.
asked him, why are you staying here?
Normally that'd be
Ahead,
the first
Jimmy.
question, right? Be the first question on your mind.
My neighbor's wife is from Ottawa, so
Oh, maybe we swapped something here.
At least for
You won't
Michigan, I
swap nothing
can't
with
speak
them.
for Ottawa there. But
Say it right or
People
don't
like-
say it at all.
Ottawa, I said.
Ottawa.
I went to Ottawa Elementary School, so
There.
We-
Well, you
we
said it right
have
the third
a-
time.
We have a county or school town, I don't know, whatever, here in Tennessee. It's called Ooltewah.
Ooltewah.
Yeah,
Wow.
like double O-L-T something wah. But and so that's what I thought you just said, Punk. I thought you said Ooltewah. And I'm like, how the hell do you know about
No.
Ooltewah?
yeah, my school district was named after all, I gotta say it right now, Native American tribes. I can't say
Yeah.
Indian. I mean
Oh,
Indian. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
we're gonna
I
start
joke-
talking about.
I
Charlie,
joke, but Canada's name was from the Indians as well, and we didn't even get it right. They were pointing at a village, telling them Canada, Canada. And the guys thought that was the name of the land, right? So everything out here is named after First Nations. Wrong.
Allison, I didn't want to be. Everyone was asking me, and I went, okay. Darren asked first. Shane cried about it, like his little like sad emojis. I'm like, all right, I'll show up.
Well, you came into his stream and demanded Dave get his ass back to yours. We all saw that.
Well, that is because while we were live,
yeah.
I said that Shane is celebrating, and Dave said in the comments, I can see you 3 times. I can see you 3 times a week. I'm going over there now. And I opened up a window. I saw he was there, and that's why I told him to get his ass back.
Yeah, figured it was something like that.
I had both. I had both streams on at the same time. I had one on my phone and one on the computer, and that's difficult. But I was trying to keep up with both.
Well,
and
I can't listen to it when I'm on the air.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
I do that, and I wind up typing the wrong comment into the wrong chat. And that night I did that on Clubhouse when Oz was like railing about his most recent situation that he had, and I was listening and going back and forth, and I typed comment about a hooker or something just randomly into that serious chat, and I'm like, that was meant for Pop Blender stream, because it was when you had to do one on Saturday.
What hell of an icebreaker.
Sometimes when you have that, but sometimes when you have that window open and you click on the mouse, it doesn't switch chats. So you start typing, and you're not really paying attention because you're just looking at the chat. And then I've done that a few times. And
have you guys ever gotten text messages while you're watching a stream and gotten your chat box confused with your text message box and sent a text? I've done it like 3 times where I sent a text message in the chat box that had nothing to do with anybody. And luckily, all 3 times, people just ignored it. But shit didn't make any sense. But it was a text where it pops up, and I'm multitasking on my phone. And I've done it like 3 times where I've sent what I was going to say in a text on a chat box.
I've never done that, but I've been working on one box, and then I went in the. I'm sorry, that's something completely different.
One at a time.
You gotta warn them before you do that. You can't just.
Yeah. I don't have enough people in my life to have that happen, man.
Well, that's because no one can text you because you live in a different country, so we all got Instagram or Facebook.
You got to have what's it, WhatsApp or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Say what's up to Matthew Matson. What's
up, buddy?
Going on, Matthew? He's saying
still looking at.
And let's see. Matthew says, Mofex Scarecrow arrived, Legendary Barbarian tomorrow, Red Sonja Monday, Deluxe Fei Long is shipped, Crystal Ball is arriving April 10th. God, we hope. But we'll see. So that's a lot of stuff, Matthew.
That's all stuff he must have been talking to Woody lately.
Yeah.
Well, he did order Red Sonja like 5 years ago.
Man, see, I don't like that kind of shit. I'm sorry, dude, but waiting, but I know you're being facetious, but waiting like 3 years for something is crazy. 2 years, 3 years, I don't know. That's wild. Of course, I guess we wait for HasLab, so
So I'll say this right now: if you want something from Boss Fight Studios when it goes up for pre-order, don't order from Boss Fight Studios. Order from BBTS. They always get the stuff before Boss Fight even gets their own stuff in.
It's like Hasbro.
No, it's because they use their own shipping crates, but for some odd reason, Boss Fight must use DHL. So it's probably stuck in Stowe, Ohio for like 4 weeks before they start shipping.
Columbus.
I got pirate shipping. They could be here any year.
All right, Columbus has been every time. I'm sorry, 2 out of the last 3 times that Hella Dope sent me something, it has gone out and it has sat there. And I said, they just looked and said, "Oh, Michigan address? Fuck you."
Yep. So the last package that I got from Hella Dope, and it's no fault of Hella Dope. They do what they say. They ship it the next day. Yeah. The last thing I got from them, which I got last week, I think, into the week before, whatever. So they sent it. They got it late, which wasn't their fault. They sent it as soon as they got it. They sent it here. It actually made it through Columbus quickly. It got to Nashville and set for 2 days, and then Nashville sent it back to Ohio for some reason.
This shit makes no sense. I don't understand how that happens. Like,
I
that
told
makes
you
no
about
sense.
that.
Yeah. Oh
showed
yeah.
you that.
I
I've
don't
actually
get
got another package that's from, so not from them, but something else. But yes, Columbus is the worst. So Todd CE, he has changed himself to an element now. So happy 1 year. Thank you, Todd.
Explosive.
It's cadmium, I think.
Is it? Wow. Did you pull that one out of your ass or what?
Yes, it did.
Look at you,
Okay.
brain.
I was about to say, holy shit.
I
Dude,
gotta ask now. I gotta look now.
I'll tell you. I'm just gonna say you're right. How about that? I'm just gonna say, yeah, you're on that.
Yep.
You're right on the
I'm
money.
checking the lead credits of Breaking Bad right now.
Oh shit.
Oh, cadmium
That's a
is
good
CD.
way.
I was
Selenium?
close. CD. So,
What was it?
CD, not CE. I was as close as you could possibly have gotten.
Now you're just like us.
Like us. Matthew had said Maximum Hulk has pin joints and Siegel jointed arms. Best of the best. War Chest, I saw you answer him in there. So what do you think?
I didn't like it at all. I thought it looked like junk, but I'm not a Legends buyer anyway. There's very, very few Legends figures I pick up. So, yeah.
I saw you'd answered him.
The big teeth really isn't the style of Hulk I like. I thought the hand clap looked kind of sad, and I wish they would have put that explosive piece on between the hands. I wish they would have positioned that to really kind of show how that looked. But even then, it seemed very weak. Like the sonic clap just did not look good. So.
Yeah.
I don't. I think it looks okay myself. I mean, I'm not a huge Hulk fan. I don't have a Hulk figure. Is it worth $60? Probably not to me, because if I get one that I think just looks good aesthetically, is going to be good enough for me. But honestly, for me, I don't need a Hulk figure in my collection personally. But I think it looks fine.
You gotta love that bowl cut though. He's got that bowl.
So that's the thing, right? So I've started buying Legends. I want a good Hulk. This is not it, man. Nah. That thing's got some sort of squeaky chest that allows it to do that stupid thunderclap. They've done it with Mojo. It'll work, but again, this is your third? Is it the third or fourth of the Extreme line that we're seeing?
Second.
Is it the second? Really? I thought, okay. Regardless, you're rolling the dice way too early on a high price line that people have already said this isn't comfortable. And you're coming out with a Hulk that has 3 different artistic interpretations. Go ahead, Punk.
But you're saying you're wasting it. They already have these done.
Yeah.
They can't just scrap it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I'm not saying scrap it. Yeah, I just don't think I don't think it's a great looking figure. But I know Hulk fans will like having the Dave Cowan art and that thunderclap thing. I agree with War Chest. Like, they even showed it in the live. They didn't even know how to use that. Right? They were just trying to set on top.
Great. That's always great then.
Yeah. But I won't get it. I won't fault anybody for getting it, but it's not my Hulk.
I think it looks good, but I do have an issue that the arms aren't double jointed, and like it barely has any. It doesn't have that much articulation in the arms. And now I like what they did with the chest. I like what they talked about, how they want to have as few breaks as possible. I really do like that. And I don't have. I was watching. I don't know how it popped up, but MCU Manny, is that who it is? MCU Collector. MCU Collector. He clipped it, and I was watching how far over the arm can actually go, and it can go way over. So that's good because of that piece. But not having, and again, you don't even need to have double elbows, but they need to have more articulation than that. You're looking at old style there, and that's disappointing.
Yeah, they've advanced so much beyond that. Like to go back to it, I think it's regression. So
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
would say it's nice to step away from a
ooh,
Mark Ruffalo looking one though. That was cool that they stepped away
I
from an
can't argue
MCU
with
Hulk.
that. Yeah.
Jay Khan just posted the next Sergeant Slaughter.
oh really?
And one of them has a beret. One of the head sculpts has a
Really?
beret.
Oh,
Does it?
interesting.
I didn't notice.
Where's it
Oh
at?
yeah.
I don't hold on. It's on
got
the
it.
pit. It's on the pit there. Are we finally
Yeah.
getting my trader? Oh,
Yeah, looks like it.
I gotta
So-
call this up.
Yeah, I'm
Where
trying to-
where are you looking, Punk?
Oh,
I gotta look on my screen.
it's on the pit Facebook group.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if you can dig it up there.
Jeremy
Okay.
Kimmel.
Everybody in the chat's like watching us look at our screens right now.
Yeah, no, we're off.
Hang on.
I mean, shit. It's like watching everybody else look at their screens.
Oh yeah.
There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Oh,
It looks
son
like
of a
it's-
bitch.
it does look like it's a different Sergeant Slaughter, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Would you say those sunglasses are going to be a part of that head sculpt?
Huh.
No, there's a gap right there.
Is there? I couldn't see it.
They also look off kilter too, don't they?
Which is par for the course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Well, no,
they
they
do.
have to be because the other head sculpt doesn't have them. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, they're just molds, anyways, right? So,
They want to say what's up to Same Time Toys, Mr.
What's that?
Shane. What's going on, man? I see Arlie Army right here.
Oh wow. That's good.
Like the unpainted.
Uh-huh.
I know it's probably the same, but I see Arlie Army. So I'm digging this. I wonder if the beret will be removable. I bet it probably is.
Damn, that's funny.
I have a
You think
feeling
that's
I think they're the same head
Flint's?
sculpts. I think they're the same head sculpts. You
maybe,
just
yeah.
run them with two different hats, or two
Yeah.
different covers.
Yeah, probably.
Now he has torn sleeves here, doesn't he? His sleeves are torn off, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Looks like it.
It looked that way, yeah.
Is that someone
So-
else's? Well, whose buck is that? That's
It was that it's not Buzzer's
Buzzer?
torso. But the
No,
book-
that-
Oh,
I think that's new because he's got to be on a bigger buck.
Yeah.
It's not bazookas.
no torn sleeves. on
Heavy duty?
Bazooka. How would I know?
Naugahyde, maybe.
I'm just
What's
having
that?
a look here. Hang
What?
on.
Is that like what's up with 2 whistles? 2 whistles, 2 sticks.
Well, no, I think he's just showing everything that he has there. Because that's
Yeah,
the same.
too,
That's
so-
the same stick and whistles we've already gotten.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I love the beret, though.
So
I do.
I'll tell
I
you
do
what
too. We
good.
need more.
Yeah.
So honestly, Punk, what I think it is they've just altered the digital file they had for the for Buzzer. Or yeah, sorry, but is it Buzzer, the blonde one? Yeah, Buzzer.
Yeah.
Because all they would have to do is go in the file and remove the accessories, and what you've got underneath is this exact same thing.
I thought Buzzer. I didn't think Buzzer's a diaphragm cut.
Oh shit,
He's
you
not.
are right.
Yeah,
But I
that's what
wonder
I'm
if that-
looking at.
But I'm wondering if the digital file can just be transferred. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a design. You could carry it over, but yeah, I don't know. I got tricked. It looked like the same thing.
Well, that's the first thing I said too. It looks like Buzzer, but I really hope he doesn't share anything with Buzzer because that's one of the worst figures I've got, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because it's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, I hate the sunglasses on Buzzer so bad.
Dude, it's
Oh, yeah.
God. Yeah, it's awful.
I could deal with the glasses with a little bit of sticky tack if he wasn't so loose and floppy. Like that figure falls all the time because the torso ratchet is so flimsy on that one. It's bad.
It's true. Classified, if they've got glasses, they have to earn it, man. Otherwise, you just go into bits box.
Now, I know everyone loves the diaphragm cut over the app crunch. I do not, but this is where it doesn't work. And this was the same with Bazooka. The moment that diaphragm is moved, that line is broken.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Same with Bazooka. He has numbers. He's not the one you should have started
Yeah.
early with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the hip, like even on the hips, like the torso, just the waist.
Yeah.
On Bazooka, like if you get him off, he just does not want to line up anymore. Period.
That Bazooka, there's a lot of problems with that Bazooka. And one is that they made them shorter by changing the boots, but they used the roadblock and gung-ho legs. And those boots do not fit in properly.
No, they don't.
So there's a gap there. He doesn't seem to want to stand normal, but this is interesting that this just popped up, which means there's going to be more stuff pop. Well,
Mercer.
We'll probably see Mercer with them. We'll see more Mercer.
Right.
Probably see some more legs.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait. Hopefully they have lampshades attached to them.
Hopefully Sergeant Slaughter's wearing shorts.
Yes, booty shorts.
Combat fatigue shorts.
So I'm gonna pull up a few slides from when I went down to Toylanta this weekend. Just talk about a couple of these real quick. Not gonna spend a ton of time on them here. So this was over at the Death Dealer.
Yeah,
This is
I ordered
for
that.
Zeta.
I had to have that one.
No, Matthew was really excited about this figure. It looked good in person. I don't know why I started.
Dude, how did the male skirt look? Like the chainmail skirt?
Oh, it looks great.
No,
it looks so good.
Yeah.
So I think they had it on this productive Susan, so I just
productive
them as they went along.
As opposed to all the chicks I've dated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shield.
I'm glad you're using that, and so would my ex. Should be happy to hear that.
Yeah, that figure looks evil, man.
Yeah, it looks really good, and I didn't pre-order it. I love it. I love the look of it. It's just I didn't order it, but I knew a lot of people really love it, and so I want to get some good pictures of it when I realized they had it down there and can see it in person. Let's see what's next. How many do I have of this guy? So there's another good one of the front.
There you go.
Different stuff he comes with.
Yeah, that's.
And Matthew was really excited about this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's I'm seeing the pictures a few seconds behind you guys on another device here, but I like this one.
Oh yeah, he's nice, man. He was a really good looking figure. So let's see. Make sure I got too many files open here is what I got. So let's see.
800 pictures.
I didn't really take all that many.
No.
Most of because I was doing video, so most everything I did was video.
Yep.
Got to see a couple flip ores. Mega J was there. Got to see. It actually looks really good. I didn't ask him to pick it up and handle it or anything. But I got those two. He had those two versions of him down there. He looks really good.
Are they for sale yet, or are they?
I didn't even ask. I know some people I think have already gotten some of them. I didn't even ask. I think this was just the samples here.
So educate me quickly. Like I know what they look like, but what is this? What are these?
All right, so Mad Hatter. So when they were doing the Motu drops, I know Geek Dead Life, they would do a stream, and then they try and get it, and these things kept selling like crazy. They would sell out within seconds. And this is during the whole flipping thing. And Mad Hatter, he does something, I believe, in Hollywood with music, right? He's fun. And he created this whole character called Flipor, right? So he would tune, he would get the link, and he'd come in with his hat, his hood up, and he'd be talking as Flipper.
Okay.
And he got this idea to do a Motu style because it all started because of Motu Origins, and what he's supposed to have is an action. It's an action. I believe it's an action, just like the old toys, where he flips the toys into.
Okay.
So
flipping the toys,
and it went with Flip. I believe it's flip dash or just like all the Motu stuff.
Yeah, like the Motu stuff.
Yeah. So that's why all these are built on the 5.5 inch buck, and they look like Motu.
Right.
And it was a joke that took a life of its own. And this is based off of Mad Hatter and his gray sweatshirt. When he would show up on the stream as Flipboard, he'd have this gray sweatshirt with his hood up. And this is supposed to be because if you're flipping
up the toys,
if you're flipping toys, you got to scoop them quickly. So
that's what I was wondering. Like, what in the hell is that thing?
Yeah, he's got he has a backpack that looks like a little papoose. Like he was riding in to flip the toys into.
I was in a small shame spiral here, still not getting the joke. I'm like,
it's making fun of flipping toys. And
yeah, now I get it.
But see, so when you look at that, it looks like an actual Motu character.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I thought it was like a Hobgoblin. I thought this was like a take on like Spider-Man Hobgoblin Motu crossover type thing or something.
But he did a whole bunch of different colors and versions of them.
There's a gold one. There's a robot one.
When you said he spoke like Flipper for a second and I saw the blue skin, I was like, no, not the dolphin. Are we talking about a dolphin here?
Flipper.
Yeah.
Flipper.
All my mistakes. I get it. It's all good.
Yes, yeah. I think the next wave is Flipper and Free Willy. So,
Mr. Madgus is in the house.
Hey.
What's going on, Mr. Madgus? And Dreadnought K6 is here. What's going on, Dreadnought K6?
Oh, little Xbox. What game are you playing, homie?
Let's see. But that some of the art they had out for it was like him in a toy aisle with his little flipper arm up, hiding at the end of an aisle, and there was a security guard walking up like he was getting ready to jack some toys to flip. So it was cool. That was
That's pretty funny.
Good. But
okay, so now I know.
Yeah. Oh, Kid Rock to the rescue soon.
Yeah, just one of the coolest things about it was just this joke, and it just took on a life of its own. And I believe somebody drew this, and they just somehow, I think with Ace, he's like, yeah, let's do this. And that's how it all came about.
That's a trip.
Yeah. So it's pretty fun.
It was funny. So I'm just going to see where I'm at in my pictures here. Let's see if I can just skip through them.
Nice green mouse.
Flip over. So there's the tick and everybody. Actually, this dropped like while we were walking around, and we come back, and Purple Elf was with me and was like, what is the spoon? I was like, spoon, because we saw the spoons before the tick figure. They had spoons out that you could get the blue spoons.
Yeah.
I'm like, that wasn't there before. And I was sitting there looking at something else, and she asked, and she's like, oh, the tick figure. This wasn't here when we were here earlier. And I was like, oh shit, that must have been what they revealed.
So does anyone know? Because I heard people like the other day when we were talking about this, a spoon. So what is the?
It's his war cry.
It's his war cry.
Yeah.
His war cry.
He couldn't come up with. He was trying to explain to his sidekick Arthur how anything could be a war cry in the right way, and then it came out as spoon.
Yeah.
That was
it. I have no. I have like no. I mean, I remember the tick. I think it's cool for people that want it. I'm not going to be someone who cries and goes, how dare they make something that I don't want? It's not fair to me. But I have like no interest. Like, hey, look, it's there.
I like a lot of the side characters from Tick. So
yeah,
I definitely ordered him. I want them to put out a whole series of the Tick figures. I think the whole show is hilarious.
No, and I'm glad
that show is fantastic.
Yeah, there's going to be people like you that are interested in it. So,
absolutely.
You know,
the Mad Bomber, what bombs at midnight?
Yeah, the Mad Bomber, baby. It's nuts.
Tracksuit Mafia trying to steal
you. There's your flipper.
Now I saw
created by Renders Effects from Geek Dad Life, and Renders Effects was that awesome modeler guy that passed away last year.
Gotcha.
And he gave it to Hatter, and Hatter, Mega J, and Ace all collaborated to produce the figure. So that's Allison. No, Allison would have the scoop. So yeah, Render's passed away last year. So, so here's one of the odd frog cars. So these guys gave me a little bit of a interview that I've got in my video from it, where they're kind of talking about the cars, and they have a comic coming out that the car is going to be in. This thing looked really, really, really cool.
Yeah, I was curious what was going on with all the colors on the cars. I was like, are they custom painting this, or what are they doing?
I think this one is a custom painted one, but you know what they're doing with this car is you can buy all of the different, change out the fenders and all of this stuff with it. So see how many, go back down on that one. So there's another angle. It looks really good in green. It's a candy.
Look at that. There it is.
It's metallic, yeah.
The dented panel, yeah.
It's all scratches and stuff in it. So
that's awesome.
And I knew Matthew was going to make the comment the moment you started talking about this. And on cue, as I was thinking, I'm like, there's Matthew's comment.
I told him, I was telling him about this, and he was like, I told him, I like this, and I didn't go into in great depth, but I was like talking to him about it, and I was like, I'm interested in this because I got the racer, and I love the racer, and I probably knew that, but I wasn't thinking about it. And Matthew was like, they were going to try to sue Ramen and got in this big blow up over the racer, right? And I'm like, I do now.
Not your problem. You get them.
Yeah. Maybe I'll buy this one too. And I told Matthew, I'm like, well, I mean, he's got a commercial on my channel for his car. So, so there's the Bandito. And this is their character that they are coming out with. This guy's going to have a comic. And the Bandito is actually in the comic. So this guy's kind of the way they describe him is like a cross between the Punisher and Batman. So there's another angle on it. I think this thing looks good.
So he's like the Punisher?
Yeah.
Especially because the recent Batman, portrayals have all like pretty much killed people.
Well, didn't the most recent Batman get a black muscle car like this one too?
Yeah.
What is the crossover between the Punisher and Batman?
Who is that?
One has superpowers. One kills, and I'm assuming this guy has guns. He's not wearing a mask. He looks like the Punisher.
Yeah. And there's the inspiration. So
he's the exact same.
The model for it looked good.
They had to put Frank back there.
Bandito doesn't look like he fits in the car.
It is a weird choice. It is a weird choice to put him in the same shot as the Punisher and reveal that he's based off of the Punisher.
Yeah,
that's interesting. He does look huge, though. You're right.
Yeah, probably scaled up.
Yeah, I think that's a scaled up, to model or
but
prototype.
This looks small to begin with.
Yeah, it does.
It's pretty good size. It's the size of the ramen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to slam the character too hard. I mean, once that's painted up and has its look, I mean, who knows?
It's not slamming it. It's just like,
yeah.
That's what he told. That's what he told Darren, and it's like, I'm sorry. It's pretty much the Punisher.
This thing is.
That thing was killer.
Yeah.
Mr. Madgus, I think he is. I think the character is black. If I'm not mistaken, don't hold me to it, but I think that he is. I'm trying to remember.
Then isn't he a crossover between the Punisher and Blade?
Hey,
Luke Cage, maybe.
This is a rabbit hole. We just don't need to keep going.
Yeah. Not on my channel. It's not on my channel.
Yeah. So either way, the character looked cool, and they made him sound like he's going to be pretty badass. Yeah. So then they had this thing there, and I got another shot of this is the Night Wolf. It's Kickstarter. Is what it's called. This thing looks so badass.
Of course, it's called the Night Wolf.
We're seeing the big, like, we're well into the shelf space wars now, aren't we?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're.
God damn.
That's why this is still right here.
That is funny you mentioned that, Crow, but you're right. Like it is, isn't it? Like it's
Everything needs 3 feet now.
Yes, like all the vehicles.
Yep.
That's why I'm sticking to. That is why I'm sticking to like just the Joe vehicles. You know, maybe I mean I ordered that that tumbler, but that's because it was $33, and it's so big I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah,
so now it's sitting underneath
close.
There.
I didn't order it. I'll probably regret not ordering it for that price, but
it's still up there.
I know, but while we were talking about it, I'm sitting here and I finally got one of my vans finally, and I'm sitting there like, oh, Tumbler's $33. I just get another figure.
If you're gonna be doing photography, and this is what like Plastic Fantastic does. Yeah. He said, he told me, he goes, I have a laundry basket full of things I 3D print, and when I want to go out and take pictures. Now, if you're trying to create a display, that's when you really start. Going.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do a couple pictures, a set of pictures with the racer and the van
outside.
And I'm going. I will have to move my monitors.
Outside. Isn't it 85 degrees out? Go outside.
Yeah, man.
It's 85 degrees. That wants snow. Fuck you.
Those 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts.
Yeah, one of those above parking lots, man.
The van won't blow over at 25-mile-per-hour gusts. Jeez.
No. So this is the Mobula. This is Ramon's. This was the show exclusive mask. His Makina line he had down there. This looks really cool with the purple. If you guys are into the Ramon's mask tribute line, I thought it looked really neat.
It looks cool.
And isn't it strange doing is it strange that he's doing a convention exclusive of a knockoff company?
Yeah.
This is our exclusive. Dude, aren't all of them kind of like exclusives because they're not masks?
It's McDonald's.
And sorry if you're listening, but
hey, he is definitely not.
Yeah.
He was on with Mega J a little while ago.
People give him a lot of shit for doing knockoff or whatever, but it's what we want, and the companies aren't giving it to us. So,
No, I have no issues with it.
Yeah.
But it's just funny, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you laughed. I saw you.
Oh yeah. No, I think it's hilarious.
And the stuff. I mean, we saw. He had the whatever he calls the IROC one. Had it at Joe Fest, so it looked good.
I picked up 2 of the vans, and I'm gonna get the Scooby van too.
Oh, so I got a couple pictures.
Scooby van looks pretty sweet, dude.
I'm in love with that thing, man.
I mean, holy moly!
Yeah, I gotta get it to put with the Scooby figures in case they don't ever put out a van.
This thing, like I liked it. I thought it looked good. Thought it looked neat. I've already ordered the van, and I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan, so I thought it was a cool idea. But these colors on this thing pop so well. They're so bright.
It does. And War Chest, I want to say something.
Yeah.
You said you want to get in on it in case they don't do a vehicle. It's Jada. They're known for their vehicles.
Well, I hope
they just got to upscale them.
Yeah, because they make them in the die cast for like 2-inch figures, and they're amazing. But
what if Jada did a die cast 1/12 scale van?
They don't know. They'd be asked to do it all the time.
Yeah, I've been impressed with everything Jada's put out so far.
Oh, I have too. But even when you look at their little cars,
a little late to the game, but yeah,
even the little cars look really nice.
Yeah,
cars have always looked awesome.
Yeah.
Is that a large scale muscle man? Remember those little muscle man figures, the wrestling figures? That's what it is.
Muscles,
His head looks like a fucking muscle.
I was about to say Lucha Libre, but you're right. He looks like in muscles. He just needs to be pink.
But this thing, so yeah, it's up for pre-order on Ramen, and I think you can order it on the other company that he's partnered with that's doing it. But it's $190. I mean, that's about what the vans are. I think it's like $10 more. It does really, really look good though. If anybody's on the fence and you like, or you know, interested in the Rev vans, dude, it's worth it.
Right.
So we had the tank.
With the Jada toys, I keep hoping that when they release Honda, that they put the car, like the beat up car.
Right. That dude, they need that BMW or whatever it is that that would be super cool.
If they did something like that, that would be their exclusive, their deluxe player 2.
I hope.
It'd probably be like the front half of the car or something.
Yeah.
They could squeeze it in for that.
Yeah.
So is this an actual new color, or is this just something?
It's just a mock-up. Like, I didn't talk to him about it, but it was clear. It was just it's the actual like plastic, like it's an actual the injection mold version of it. It's not like the one that was kind of brittle that he had at Joe Fest. Remember, part of it broke. He said this was actually what the plastic is going to be. Now, I didn't like pick it up or handle it or anything, but he did say you could. Down. No, I didn't try to knock parts off of it. Nothing like that. But it looked good. I honestly didn't look over it super close. I probably should have got some closer pictures of it because I have the thing ordered. So it looked fine to me. Looked like I hope the final product is going to look.
You're complaining about shelf space right now.
I know.
This thing's the biggest of all the things so far, I think.
Yeah, that's the only ramen I've ordered.
Yeah, it's large.
Yep.
And then I got just a couple more, and we're gonna move on because we got to show this one. So finally got to see this thing in person. Both there. So there's no words for what this thing looks like in person.
There's a picture.
It is so amazing.
It kind of looks like the BBTS exclusive that I should have, just larger scale.
Yeah.
You know what character I'm talking about? Yeah,
the is it the Dungeons and Dragons one?
I don't even know the name of it. I just know
the dude,
it's a BBTS exclusive.
Yeah. I was just looking at him. I know which one you're talking about. Their anniversary figure.
And then, the Hydra?
No, I don't know. It's just
the 5-headed thing.
What?
Not the one with 3 heads that you're talking about, right?
No. There's I think he's 10 inches tall.
I'll see if I can find him real quick. I know. I was just looking.
He's on the main page. Now he's just a repaint. He is in some of the other Mythic Legions lines, but the head sculpt looks just like it. I didn't realize it till literally this picture.
I'm just
yeah. So you find it, Darren?
No, I just looked at it too.
Can we just already assume there's going to be a market for an undead version of this thing, like a skeleton dragon at some point?
There is supposedly
like
never
Game of Thrones.
I did buy this. I was going to get 2 of them, but like after the cost on the wings and the rest of it, I was like, I'm just getting one. I was like, it's just insanely priced. Oof. But I don't think the price isn't justified.
No, it's I thought it was actually going to be more than what it is. From what I heard about it when it was announced and all of that stuff, I actually thought it was going to be more than what it wound up being. Honestly,
you saw it up close.
Yeah. This picture right here was he took my phone, and this is inside the glass. This is inside the display, and got up close for me.
Legit question. Do you know how far open does that jaw like hinge open wide? Could you get a figure in its mouth?
Yes, I think so.
Wow.
Not all
I hope
figures.
So.
I thought they talked about that.
I don't remember if it's hinged.
I don't
or
recall
not.
them covering it, the jaw,
Yeah.
how it works.
But so this is one. This is just the back, like with the tail going stretched out. This is a big rock display they had him up on.
Yeah, I don't even buy Mythic Legions, and I got that just to put up with all my vinyl Toho Godzilla shit. Like I'll just put them up.
Hell yeah, man!
Like, that's the whole reason I got it. I do get Cosmic Legions though. But,
yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what to say. Mad props for getting it, man, because I was. That's a hefty invest.
If I hadn't quit buying Mondo, like I wouldn't have got him, but I quit buying Mondo after Faker, and I just started blowing out all my Mondo stuff. And I was like, yeah, I got extra money to spend on other things.
So they were showing us how this worked. This is the head for the fire effect. The tongue pops out, and the other end of the fire effect snaps in where the tongue goes. And then you put the ring down and, put a figure around it or whatever. They were showing us this is the grippy claw. So he comes with an extra set of a flat claw paw hand and then a grippy one. So you can put a figure in it like he's getting ready to fly away with somebody. And of course there's the figures. They're all unlocked now that he comes with. And this dude, the dragon dude he comes with, is amazing. Like I can't say enough about it. Here's another one they took from the inside for me. So there's just the angles that you don't really get in some of the promo pictures of it.
Yeah, no, these are some of the best pictures I've seen.
And like this one they took for me, so with my camera. So same with this one. I took this one, but they let me lean in and put my camera inside of it.
And I even love the diorama they've got him on. It looks great.
Yeah, it's awesome. But I mean, looking at it next to the size of the actual figures here, dude, it is so awesome.
Yeah, the conventions that I've seen when they're at and they have their dials, man, they do a wonderful job. They make you want to buy them.
Yeah, totally right. Totally sells the line.
Yeah. I mean, all right, that was the last one. So I just wanted to show some good pictures of it.
Those are cool. In the private chat for that Stavros, the head sculpt they look the same. Like obviously they're not the same, but like you can see the design cues.
Oh yeah.
Stavros the Unwavering, that's what it is.
Which I should have that like this week.
Sweet.
But yeah, when you look at like, it's hard to see, but when you look at some of the angles of the head sculpt, you can see the dragon.
I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely see the inspiration for it.
This one's only $80, way cheaper.
Yeah, way cheaper than the actual
buy some wings. I think the wings probably get what are they, $40?
For the Legions, yeah. But he looks Dragon's awesome, man. Just I'm so glad I got to see that damn thing in person.
I can't wait to see the damn box that comes in.
Oh gosh.
They said I think they said he's 31 pounds.
I believe
it. They had the extra, or they had one of the add-on wings. Mm-hmm. They only had one out, but they had it sitting on top, and they were pulling it out, and so people could see the difference. The wings I could see being something people would leave off, like to save money, because you don't really see the difference on the figure or on the whatever figure, whatever we're calling it. But when they show that wing beside the standard wing, the difference in it it is so much difference. It adds so much to it because the add-on wings where they're stretched out, the way they're going to fit on can make it look like they're completely out, like he's about to start taking off, or like he's flying, or you can angle him back like a dog, like its hackles going up. But those are the wings if you actually want him to look like he's flying.
Yeah,
and and it does.
I almost didn't get the wings, but then I saw a picture where they folded back, and I was like, all right, I'll get him.
Yeah,
because I was like, I just got no room for. I mean, I buy too many big vehicles as is, and I'm running out of space.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that thing is going to take up
I had
so
bigger house,
much, right?
I mean, it'd have to have its own shelf, like its own cabinet, not just its own shelf.
Yeah, I've got a big chunk of space now that I gotten rid of most of my Mondo stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to get them, and I'm gonna finally take one of my Unicrons out and put them together.
Oh shit! It's gonna take you like 3 days to transform that thing.
Fighting Unicron. So, but it was sweet. So, Shark Guy says it'd take over $2,000.
Yeah, that's insane, dude. Hey, I'm gonna start a coffee on the Keurig real quick. All right.
Okay.
I finished my drink, so give me 1 second.
All right, we're getting ready to pull up some renders here.
Yeah, I'm with Shark Guys on that one. To getting across the border wasn't worth it, and I wasn't in the market anyways. But Australia would be double what it is to get up here.
That's crazy.
You almost would be able, like, for you, try to find somebody that is up there, like around New Jersey. Try to meet them. How far of a drive would New Jersey be for you? Like 5-6 hours?
Something like that, yeah. I don't know. Depends on how long it takes to get across the border, but something that big, I should just be able to buy a plane ticket. Really, be cheaper.
Just buy its own seat, fly it up, put it back in coach.
That's wild.
Let's see.
Whoa! You're not gonna put that thing in coach.
Now you're being stupid.
Like, come on, that thing's going first class. All right,
you spring
you're not going economy. All right.
I don't know. Like I'd love to have that thing, man.
I would like to bring that through one of those tow-along dog carriers. Just have that friggin' dragon in there as I walk through the airport.
Would it even fit in one?
A little wagon?
I don't know. I'll never know.
Nah, me neither.
Yeah.
I have a Rattler coming. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Are you?
Spot.
Sorry, Crow. Sorry, Crow. Sorry to stick the knife in and twist it and just drop a little salt in it.
Could have bought a Rattler. Just saying.
You're still gonna get one. Just gonna cost you a little more.
Yeah, eventually.
Soon cost me a damn fucking thing. Anyways, happy anniversary.
Thanks.
Just remember that at least now you'll know that the next time a Hazlight comes out, just order it.
Yeah, just get it. Just go ahead and order it.
Yep.
Wow, that was a downer. Sorry about bringing up the Rattler.
Dragons, yay!
It's all good, man.
Speaking of the Rattler, am I the only one that ordered it that still keeps looking at their home like, where am I going to put this thing? Because I'm already like, I mean, I like the fact that they made it so the wings can collapse. So you can put you could put it up against the wall and just kind of collapse one of the wings, or even the way it banks. But who wants the wings collapse, right? I want it fucking open.
I'll tell you an idea I had that I was gonna do. I've got a 3.5 foot swing that I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? Right. So I bought my little Skywalker, and I was like, what I might do is buy a shadow box, like something you would put a hockey jersey in. And set it up inside that on pins. You can still take it out, but you can mount it on the wall.
Now, and then another thing that you could do is create a shelving area with the wings up and make it look like it's a where do they store planes? Where do they store planes? What the fuck's it called?
Store plans?
Yeah, where do you store plane?
Hangar.
Hangar. That's it.
Okay.
make it look like a hanger, but you know, it has to be the wings are up and they're doing work, and you know, customize it so there's tools and everything around it. Again, I think that would look actually pretty cool.
I thought you
not
said
as cool as it out.
I thought you said
say hi to Viper Scout.
Not yet.
What?
Scout? I couldn't remember before you said hi to Viper Scout. What's up, Viper?
Oh, now, dude, what are you talking about? What are you guys talking about here?
I thought Punk said store plans, and I was like,
"That's what I thought."
What's he talking about?
When you
like storing a plane?
Storing what plane?
In a hangar?
What government is Punk taking over? What's going on?
Plans. What are we talking about here? So, all right, let's see. The new stuff. So I'm not going to leave that banner up because it covers me. So talking about some new stuff, and we're going to talk about as soon as I find it. I promise it's right here.
There it is.
The claw. We're finally getting the claw.
When does that go up for pre-sale?
April 15th?
15th, okay.
April 15th. They announced it today.
I thought this was what we were going to get a reveal the last reveals.
I thought we'd get a prototype.
So I thought that too. When we got to it, I was going to bring that up. Like all of this is all renders, and unless they do a fan stream or just a spam, just a post or something, we're going to be ordering all this off of renders. Now, usually they don't do that when it's a full wave. I think they'll do some kind of video.
And you're going to get a repaint on that bad boy.
So was
I'm
this
digging the figure?
Direct retail? This wasn't an exclusive to any one store, was it? Like Target?
I don't think they said, but I think this
it
will either
didn't
be a
say
general release or
they said what?
In the literature, it didn't say that it was anything like any special store, like Target or.
I think it's. I thought it was a Pulse exclusive.
That's what I was thinking.
We need a Python Patrol one of those.
I'd be in for
bright
that.
yellow, so you can just shoot it out of the sky.
I like the bubble, so I'd be in for that.
Yeah.
Now Lenny did say that it's like 12 inches wide.
Yeah, I bet he did.
He's a big man.
Yeah, he's a big guy. So.
Girthy.
Well, my question is, did they make this so it connects to the hiss at all?
Oh, that'd be cool.
The hiss?
That would be
because the original one did.
Wild.
Yeah.
Did it?
I didn't know either. Well, I mean, I know now. So if you remember the original hiss, they have like those two little notches at the back.
Yeah, yes.
It's meant for the wheels that go on the front. I had no idea as a kid.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It also goes on the Terradrome.
I knew the Terradrome. I knew because I
didn't know that as a kid either.
So I'm looking. He said somewhere on here on one of the wings they put a claw decal, but I'm guessing it's not on the render here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it unless.
Yeah, it's on the other side of the fin or something. I think he said it's only on one side though. It's not on the underside, so.
But I like the colors. I like the black accents rather than it just be all white.
I do too.
You know, because now if they want to do another version, which they probably will, they can do the all white. Retro box. I don't know.
They had a black one on Rise of Cobra, and it had like an Air Viper or something like that came with them.
Did they?
Yeah, it was all black with red decals, and it was like an Air Viper, but he had like a whole different helmet outfit. It's pretty cool.
Now, Crow, do you want to complain about these guns and how there's not enough ammo and something this small shooting guns off it would probably knock it around?
Oh, that's a laser. That's a laser.
That's a laser.
Oh, it is?
Laser.
Laser.
Freaking laser.
Sharp.
Laser.
He can't spoil his tactical perspective when he gets this thing. You're gonna have to wait.
Crow, did you not have an issue with the Dragonfly and it didn't have the optics on the front?
No, it's nice to have an optical array on the front.
Does it not look like this one has it? Look at the ball on the top.
Don't worry.
Yeah, it does look like it's got a little
Yeah.
swing or something. Yeah, you're right. I haven't really examined the claw. I'm kind of neutral on the claw, so.
But that's actually, but that
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Like I thought that would have been a nice.
I think you're right. That's probably what that is. It does look like a lens. Cool.
Because someone's
yeah,
got to be
cool detail.
Someone from the ground's got to be firing thing for you because, of course, it doesn't turn, so you're only shooting straight anyway.
Well, now we are getting this figure, so maybe
Yeah.
You did say that it's a modified buck though.
Yes.
Yeah. So Valkyrie.
The inside of her lens or gas mask here, maybe it's got some kind of targeting something that's tied to it, you know?
Well, it just shoots straight.
Yeah.
I mean, we are talking about an attack hang glider here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope Gridiron makes a giant cannon on top of it and some monster truck wheels.
I do like the
Crow. I'm gonna say this right now, okay? Even as a kid, I remember the original hang glider thinking, really, this thing has 2 machine guns on it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's there. But it's fun.
I feel like there's a lot of damage coming to that.
Do you
how much violence do we need?
Do you have the picture?
Remember, right? In the 80s, everybody wanted to be an action star and do the extreme sports. So you had hand gliding and you had windsurfing, and G.I. Joe brought us the Manta too. So bring it on.
I need a Manta.
I cannot wait to review that. I cannot wait to do my classic review on the Manta. Because that thing is so stupid, but awesome.
The shark looks like a fucking deep freeze with wings.
Oh, I hate the shark.
I love the shark.
Oh, I hate the shark. I hope if they do that, they modify it where they can sit down in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
You've watched the show Community when they did the G.I. Joe episode? And
I feel like I've seen it. I mean, I know they did it. I don't remember if I ever.
They did a mockery of the Manta and the shark and all that because their new attack weapon was the Subma Chopper. It was attack helicopter.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I really do though for this claw. I hope that somebody aftermarket's like, you know, the guy made that Fantastic Four car.
Yeah,
and it's got like the big turbines. I hope they make like a really cool stand that's like a blast off stand to hook that to. It look cool as shit.
They are missing like when they did the air chariot. They should have. I mean, they should have. I would assume they knew that they were working on a trouble bubble.
Yeah,
they should have found a way. Like, we're going to do a stand that's going to support that.
Absolutely.
The trouble bubble. It can be modified to do a claw, a fang. Like that's, and it doesn't need to be like 3 feet high.
Yeah.
All it has to be is like 6 to 8 inches high, where it makes it look like it's taking off. And there's no reason why they couldn't.
So
6 to 8 inches is the preferred size.
That's what I hear. My
My
girls are always disappointed.
Probably less.
So when I went to the toy convention a couple weekends
that's
ago,
only the back door pop. They prefer it smaller for the back door.
Don't forget about
me. Crow, what was you saying?
Do you have the other picture, Darren, the one that shows the figure standing up with the helmet on, the red helmet and the underside?
These were the only, this one.
Okay. That's what I just wanted to look at it for a minute.
Yeah.
But what
she won't touch the ground.
Say there was if Hasbro took a break from the not the Marvel Legends, but the Marvel Select for a year, which are all dioramic based Marvel figures, and just focused on making some really cool flight based stuff that works for superheroes and Joe. They would solve a lot of problems with both lines.
Yeah.
For sure.
What do you guys think about the figure, the claw pilot? I mean, I love
cool as shit.
I love the Valkyries.
Yeah, that's cool.
I definitely would have liked to have seen like an air supply hose out of her mouth, like connect into something. That would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been really neat. But she's, I guess gas mask.
Yeah.
Remember, Cobra doesn't give you a canopy for their helicopter. You think they're going to give you a hose?
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
There's
just
a
like-
host over here.
They didn't even give her a set of chest plates, man. They don't care what happens to her.
Mm-mm.
No, I think the Valkyries are awesome. I know that guy Jeremy probably is upset because not mine. My Cobra Troopers are all white males. But
Well, he
Good.
can have
anyone
the
that knows
option.
Jeremy from
Yeah.
and not Jeremy Kimberlin. All right?
Jeremy.
No, not Kimberlin.
I like the Valkyries. I like the Scout Trooper. I like this one. I like the fact that they're modifying the Bucks because they said this is part of the sniper.
See,
A mix of the sniper. So give me more, man.
that's interesting though. With all the weapons, when you got hand controls, you've got a pistol holster, and then after that, it's just they're just throwing the weapons in just for the hell of it.
Yeah,
She comes with a hell of a loadout too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
An Uzi, an auto shotgun,
Right.
So yeah, the Uzi again definitely does not fit with the women.
Mm-mm.
I love the Uzi, but it needs to be for Snake Eyes and the Iron Grenadiers. But I love that shotgun. That's one of my favorite guns that they've done, and it's only been with the Hiss gunner.
Yeah,
I love it.
Like, why does she need a silencer when she's in a fucking?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's it's interesting.
If she's gonna
coming.
She's going to turn the jets off and glide. It's a glider.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how she's going to stare and shoot it.
Out of curiosity, in the portraits, you've got one black one, and there's this other one. Is that like an Asian head? I mean, like seriously.
You talking about the blue, the left side blue?
Yeah, the
Or in the
one in the
middle?
blue
On the
is
left,
black.
right there.
Is that an Asian?
No, she just has
it's
an
hard to
eyeliner
see.
on.
Yeah,
I
it
just
looks
thought that
like
was
just
cool. I was
heavy
like, that's
eyeliner.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I just
It's the same head sculpts.
Like this is a glider that there's supposed to be insertion forces, right? So they get off the glider and they go and do infantry stuff, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Now I don't know.
She got to carry all that.
Supposed to be when.
Yeah, where is she supposed to put them?
Daredevil did. BMX.
Wait, did they really give a stand with this?
That's what I was gonna say. No, I hadn't heard anybody talk about her getting a stand, and that's so you can put her just like this in this picture.
I like the wings fold up. That's cool.
She won't touch the ground. Lenny talked about it that the wings are wide enough that she won't touch the ground, but it will stand straight up. I thought that's what he was saying when he was on the full force.
Interesting.
I didn't finish watching the whole thing, but I saw this part, and it sounds like now those look sharp. He said that it was.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to look at. They look angled.
Yeah, it looks good.
He said they'll stand straight up.
Yeah.
Did he not? Like you watched it, didn't you, Darren?
Yeah, but I don't remember that part when he was talking about it. I was driving when I was watching it, and I don't remember him talking about that part. So.
Oh well.
But it definitely ain't gonna stand up if they're.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna have a figure standing up like that anyway.
No, I mean,
unfortunately,
that'd be kind of odd.
Yeah, the only way you'd want this, you're either want to like crouched over like they're about to take off, and if you're doing that and you have to use a stand, I'll give you a free pass. All right.
Well,
yeah.
Wouldn't that black thing on the side? Wouldn't it just snap into that? Isn't that what he's talking about?
Is that like a figure stand for the figure or for figure stand for the what is
that's
just a figure stand.
It's just a figure stand. It would have been cool if that was anyway, never mind. Yeah. I know what you're getting at though, War Chest.
Yeah.
So now I have to go back here. You look at this here, and you see how big this thing is, and you can even go back to the O-ring one.
Yeah.
And then you go back to the silent issue, and you go, how the fuck did Snake Eyes get his arms around it?
Yeah, no shit. No shit.
This is good.
It's physically not possible.
That monkey arm.
You're not that much different than me, Punk.
What's going on, Machine Man? It says it has slats for the tail fins.
Okay.
And Eric wants to know if it's retro since it comes with the stand.
And that's where I was getting confused.
That's
But
interesting.
stands only come with retro normally.
Right.
So why is it here?
To help hold this damn thing up, because you know it's
To
never
raise
gonna
the
stand like
price.
that.
Well, is the only way she would touch the ground with the stand
That's what I'm wondering.
underneath, and then it
Yeah.
levels out with the fins, you know?
That's what I'm wondering.
That's
right
probably what it may be like.
I think
That's
those
dumb.
fins snap into that stance.
I do love the fact that it has flaps that move. It has the sides that go up too. They flip up, you know. So you movable parts on the glider. That's cool, man.
If not, you could just cut a potato in half and just stab it in there.
here.
That's
Just
true.
stab her down
With
there.
That
potato
is
stands,
true.
Be
that's
like
what we're doing now.
the episode of the greenhouse with the giant vegetables that we talked about that one time.
Oh yeah.
All right, so enough about the claw. I'm going to go to the next one. Then I'm going to go grab some more coffee while you guys discuss. And
Maybe
that
instead
is
of
gonna
drop
be-
hips, she has drop knees.
Oh yeah, this fella right here.
Oh yeah, gonna have to have that.
Yeah,
He's one of my favorite figures. So
Yes, sir.
yeah.
That's a must do.
I'm impressed that they stuck with this design and said we're doing it again.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of did.
Yeah, I mean it's different, but it's same enough. Like
Yeah.
the head sculpt was the big part, right?
Yeah.
Like I know they did different highlight colors along the vest and everything. I think probably the belt's different and everything, but they stuck with what worked with it.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean,
So I'm pulling them up right now. So the vest is the same.
Mm-hmm.
The belt is the same.
Good.
Completely different legs.
Okay.
He has a completely different arm.
Is it new?
What? Yeah, they're pinless.
Oh yeah, I guess they are.
So the torso is probably going to be different. Even if it's not, it doesn't really matter. It looks like it has the same mechanical arm. Now, Chaz the Guru made a comment that they fixed the backpack.
I hope so.
Yeah, it looks different.
It looks like the backpack there is closed off.
yeah.
But I don't know how you have to resculpt the whole backpack to make the rockets just slide down.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue because this is the most frustrating thing. Anytime this guy falls over, his helmet goes fucking flying across the living room
Yeah, it does.
and his rockets come off. The helmet, the helmet doesn't fit and the rockets don't stay on. You need sticky tack.
Yep.
It's very
I lost the
frustrating.
rocket in a photo shoot, and it made me mad that that backpack was like that. So I'm glad they fixed
Oh
it.
shit.
But
If they did, everything else looks the exact same. So
Yeah.
I
That
hope
arm-
they,
that robotic arm has more color on it, though. I think, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got some red.
the other one,
Yeah.
I don't think it had any.
I don't remember it having like highlights like
It
that.
had Mars on it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It had Mars on it, and it was more of a. It wasn't even black. It was at
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
dark
Are the
silver.
tags the same?
The tags look to be the same.
Okay.
The helmet looks to be the same. I really was hoping that there'd be a different head sculpt. I'm not.
Yeah.
Gonna lie, I wanted something different because I don't collect for value, but I also don't have issues when I have a figure that is worth more than other figures, and it's kind of that's one of the pats on the back for getting in a line early. Hey,
So-
I have some of these figures that other people
Yeah.
didn't.
Sure.
Just with the blood thing, right? These digital renders, I've seen it before where they show us one thing and then, a couple months down the line, there's another piece added to it, right?
Not too often.
Not too often, but I mean, you kind of nailed it on the head about Blood's head. If you have blood, you have this look. If you didn't have
Yeah.
blood, you wanted this
Yeah.
look. Could they possibly throw in a second head feature at the last minute and make this thing amazing? Like,
Yeah.
So I'm kind of so I'm looking here. I don't. It's on Walmart for some odd reason, but it has the comic version, and if they could easily say, you know what, when we do a retro card, he's gonna look way more retro, different head sculpt. This head sculpt is so good.
It is.
People do deserve. I mean, they deserve to have it. But I have 2 of them. These things were readily available at Target. Like you couldn't go into Target not. They were all over.
I think that's where I ended up getting him and Flint together. Those are like the first 2 figures I ever bought out of the line.
Yeah,
I think that's where I got him.
Was Cobra Island, so he was only
yes.
But I like Eric's comment. To a lot of people, that's the word we used for this, the Grail figure, right?
Yeah.
So it's good that they give you another kick at what worked with it, rather than just.
And it's not drastically changed.
No.
It's just it still looks as good or better than that first one. And people that missed it, like they've heard everybody talk about how good this face sculpt is, and I'm glad they didn't change it personally for those people that are being able to get this for the first time, and for 2, this is still one of the probably top 3 sculpts in the entire line easily.
Right after.
There's some really good head sculpts, but it's one of the top 10.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And Daredevil Dave, I did 5 lives. I will do 5 lives after tomorrow. There'll be 5 in a row.
Yeah.
What
are you doing? Oh yeah.
Well, I did. We did a live version of Talking Reacher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And technically 6, just 5 days, but 6 shows. I did 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
It is
a lot.
And I'm recording podcast with the Pit on Friday. Don't ask to see me on Saturday, guys.
Yeah.
Fuck all you.
So I guess everybody in agreement. Blood's good. Everybody going to get this version of Blood. So,
so the other thing I want to say is that Blood doesn't stand up really easy because his toes also go up. So new boots, I think he's going to stand better. I don't think the other one's going to lose its value because, people enjoy, they want to be completionist.
And there's less of them, right? It's an earlier figure.
Yeah, it's that whole Cobra Island thing, a part of it, I think.
So I threw this picture in because now we get to see where we're going with that with him.
No, where are we going?
And, well, we're going to them not changing much other than a little paint. And then we get to see the finished version or finished render of this. So
I thought you were talking about Serpentor.
Yeah. So thoughts on this guy here. I certainly have some myself.
He looks too smooth, but he doesn't look bad.
Yeah, I think he looks a little too smooth.
Yeah. It needs more of the squaring off, like above the forearms, maybe below the elbow. That kind of look, Yeah, it's a little rounded.
But it is a digital render, so who knows?
Yeah.
They gave him his classic pistol. I hope that backpack is not the scale because
that's huge.
It was tiny.
It was really
tiny.
It may be a little bit bigger, but this looks like it's a claw.
Yeah, so it looks like it has a functional handle on the back of it that pops out. Like if you look there.
Yeah.
I can see it. I think that's just the design. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just a cut, but
it just looks too big to not have some sort of functionality implied with it.
Maybe he's got a whole radio and a little space in there, Crow.
Yeah, I think it's just I don't think they scaled it properly.
He's not the Rocketeer, motherfuckers.
I'd be all right with this being a little taller.
Like there's some things about it I don't like on the render for sure.
That butterfly is going to, or in the T pose.
Welcome to Camelot. Like
right.
Yeah, and they should have included a Fred head.
So that's my.
Yeah,
I know Punk probably disagrees with that, but
for
that he should have come with an unmasked Fred head because I know you've said in the past you didn't really think he needed it.
I don't, just because, I asked in one of our chat, one of my chats that I'm in, that, everyone's like, they need a Fred, and they're kind of, I'm like, is Fred more known or more popular than Billy? And, they don't seem to want to do a Billy.
No, they don't.
Are they going to do a Fred? Because all it is an extra head. I like, even though I hate Cobra La, I like the idea of him having the snake eyes.
Yeah, I dig that they did that, but I really wanted an unmasked Fred head with this. I'll say what's up to Charlotte Prime checking in. What's up, Charlotte?
Yeah, here you go. Look here. See?
Yeah, see, I don't want to buy another figure to make the figure that they should have made.
Well, who's to say they should have made it? You?
Me, and Shark Eyes.
Yeah, and I'm in.
And War Chest.
Yeah.
Give us a little something extra. Keep that iguana to yourself. Give us the other head.
Hell yes.
Wait,
Thank
this
you.
is a 2-pack. They're giving you Serpentor and Cobra Commander. And Fred. They're giving you Fred because...
Right.
Is that what
who's to say this isn't Fred, right?
There really are though some differences. Some I know they're updating it, but going back and looking at the original version of this figure, I like some of the trim and the way that the armor looks in the original. I get it. And they're obviously going to change some things. I do appreciate the eyes on the other head sculpt if that's something you want to go with. You want to go that direction. But just looking back and forth on my other screen here, there's some parts that don't sit as well with me on this render.
So there's the snake-eyed pupil, and it looks like the skin
Green.
around it might be green.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it. I love it. I just really wanted a Fred head, and for what Shark Eyes had said up here, if they had have given us a Fred head, it would have acknowledged a little more stuff out of the comic. They're acknowledging the cartoon. Give us some stuff from the comic. Maybe that opens the gate for Vietnam, Snake Eyes, Stalker, and Storm Shadow 3-pack. All the stuff we always kick around, ideas that we'd like to see. This would have been a really easy gateway into acknowledging some of the comic stuff. Is just doing one head sculpt with this figure.
I agree.
But I think it looks good. I mean, I do like it. I always thought the original was a little too angular, but I loved it.
Yeah, I like the angular, the arm gauntlets. Like those are really smooth on this one, but I like the angular ones on the original more.
Yeah. And the on the thighs, the way the silver comes up, the old one, it kind of has like a cut, like a up and down kind of thing going on. Hard to describe. But
I'm looking at it right now and
see the different, and even on the silver on the chest, how it almost looks like a bird logo in a way.
Yeah.
And also the two things coming off the shoulders are angled different angles, like on the new classified. They're like but they're angled at like going different directions on this.
Although I can't see the shoulders.
That hose thing on his side looks a little small too. I don't know. We're just picking it apart. Right?
Yeah, just kind of nitpicking it, but it is. So I have it pulled up on 3D Joe's another tab. As far as where they did the blue and the red, it's pretty faithful.
Like,
yeah,
it's a stormtrooper knockoff.
But you know what? Okay, so this is exactly why people think this looks weird. The helmet is shaped completely different.
Completely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I actually like this one a little bit better the way it's shaped.
It's not flared as much at the bottom on this one, and it doesn't look as awkward. It's more of a seamless, like streamlined design on this one.
Fuck you, goddamn you, War Chest! Now I only see a stormtrooper.
I'm like, what? No vac chrome? Were you getting cheap on this? Vac chrome, pussies.
You know someone's gonna complain about it.
Charlotte says, I've been working on a custom battle armor Cobra Commander for way too long. Might have to actually finish it this weekend. I know what I've seen of it sure looks good. You should have known they were going to announce this guy because you probably got 60 hours in the one you're working on.
I really hate those damn shoulders, man. I do not like
that
armor crap on the shoulders.
So I think that if the helmet flared out, no one's going to notice all the different issues. Yeah. But they didn't do it. Like that would have. I think people are trying to figure out what's different, but as soon as you look at the helmet, you're like, it looks completely different.
Yeah, it just looks strange.
Yeah,
I like it,
but you know, man,
I do like it.
That's the whole point in Classified is like an updated version. And,
yeah,
I mean, if that's what it is, I mean that they nailed it. You know.
Yeah.
So okay, he has the gun is pretty much a recreation of it.
Yep.
I think it looks kind of stupid. But what do you guys think about giving the iguana Serpentor?
I think it's great. I love it.
No, that's from what is that? Dragonfire? Yeah. So that's for the whole Python Patrol and the.
So now you have Cobra Commander as a snake. You have Serpentor as an iguana.
Right.
I can't wait to see the pictures of those fighting.
You know what? Hey, this right here, that's where my head goes to. I don't think Stormtrooper.
Yeah, no, it is
Jango Fett.
For real.
Like, yeah.
Wouldn't that be Boba Fett too?
Yeah, I might just snap.
No, because the armor's colored different.
Django's silver.
Django's silver armor.
I thought you meant the helmet.
No, I'm just talking about overall.
Yeah. Nice, Eric. That I have a Megatron gun to give him. That'll look really good with this version of him.
So do I. He's just sitting right there. Though I'm scared shitless that thing's gonna break every time I try and use it. That's why I don't put it in anyone's hand.
Yeah. Charlotte says no articulation on the iguana trash. The line is dead.
I saw a comment where someone said, "Oh, that damn iguana! They only put that in there to raise it to $35." Okay, so
I was going to touch on that.
Yeah. So in other words, you don't pay attention to Classified because they've done stuff like this, Spirit, and it stays at 25. That doesn't raise
the odd amount of hands.
What?
What's with the odd amount of hands? It's just like
I don't get that either. I was like, wow, he has 3 extra hands.
No, he's pointing.
Fine.
Yeah, just
one's pointing. Now again, this is where you need a world domination hand because the other hands that they keep giving the world domination that they say is the gripping hand. No, it's not. It's the world domination hand. He needs to have it with this one too.
But they don't get the globe unless it's a HasLab.
They have a hand to choke that fucking.
They what?
They wouldn't give you a globe to put in it unless it was the HasLab, right? Like that they had that global.
The Supreme Cobra Commander has one, and then the HasLab one has the snake around the globe.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's the HasLab.
Or I just buy a Star Wars Bosch, and he has a thermal detonator.
Yeah. Yep. But like, I didn't know it was $35.
So
it's not.
Oh, it's not.
No.
So I thought you were being serious. I was like, that's kind of.
No, he was serious. Somebody said that.
Oh, I was like, that's kind of jacked up for the iguana. $35.
No. Someone is saying that, and they were serious about it.
Oh.
So this would have been a perfect chance to do like an open hand like this, and then a petting hand with the other one, so he can hold the iguana and pet it.
Oh, yeah.
Like Dr. Claw.
They need to do that with the next Destro so he can pet the Barris.
Yes.
This hand now.
If you know what, you know. If you know what you mean. Hang on.
Hilarious.
All right, so let's move on to this one. I'm happy with this. This is one of my most wanted figures. This is in my top.
No pogo ball, but
3. All right, well, let's just take a minute to be glad that they didn't put him with the pogo ball and make us spend 50.
I would have bought the pogo. I would have bought it.
I was thinking the same thing.
I'm curious to see what they would have done with it for sure.
Can you imagine how big that pogo ball would be in classified?
Jesus.
Twice the size of
Holy
a trouble
moly.
bubble. I like Viper Scout's idea. That's what I need in classified.
Oh,
right
come
there.
on with it, right? Holy cow.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Don't
All right,
the
who's next?
twins kind of have that already?
Yeah,
what-
kind of.
They have the same
The
with
Spocker.
Spock.
It's the Spocker.
This is wild to me. Like, why does he have so much shit? I'm like, what is going on here?
Because he only
Oh.
came with a trident gun in his first version.
Yeah.
You gotta give him stuff.
Yeah.
I think this was awesome.
He
I
didn't
do
have
too.
I love it. I love it. Absolutely.
I'm trying to
love
figure
this.
out the mask and head thing is kind of cool, but then again, kind of like, why?
That's what I thought. Like it looks
mean, it
really
looks
good,
cool.
but why?
It looks like they're trying to fit him in with Dark Lawn.
That's what
Yeah.
I thought.
Is that
was
That's
cool.
so that's a hair piece, and it just goes. It's not a head.
Oh yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
Look
it's
at that.
just
a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's super cool.
Which means
That
his
is
glasses come off.
Yeah,
Got
that means
wicked
his glasses
Austin
are coming
Powers.
off, Crow.
No, I think you just like you'll squeeze the hair and he'll have the funky like the shipwreck notch somewhere.
Does he wear
I
that to
don't-
watch 3D movies? I mean, what's going on?
So
Jaws
so
3D.
Oh god, I saw that in the theater.
Dude,
tell
I was
you
who,
a kid.
wait a minute. Who didn't
I can-
love Saturday night? They're promoting it on whatever NBC, and you have to go up to your right, well, it was Perry Frost, or to your 7-Eleven and get the 3D glasses, which were the biggest pieces of shit, and your family
Sure.
sat around and tried to watch whatever horrible 3D movie it was. And as a kid, you were always like this.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
rubbing your eyes.
I still
This
have
is so
my-
awesome.
I still
This
have
is
my
already-
Home Street glasses from like when I was a kid. I still have them.
Nice.
I still have a few. This is my favorite Dreadnought I've ever seen. This is the most realistic one.
He looks
Zoom
great.
on his face again. Look at
Yeah.
those teeth and tell me he doesn't smoke 2 packs a day. That is a Dreadnought.
Did somebody say teeth?
Wow.
I'm curious to see his eye when you take the glasses off. I'm curious to see what that eye looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
looks like,
Oh,
yeah.
he is scarred,
Yeah.
isn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like glasses are gonna come off, and there's a little notch there. It looks like to hold
Yeah.
the glasses. Like more pronounced than Wild Bill's is because he has one. It just doesn't
Yeah.
work great.
Yeah.
And those grenades look great.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is with that kind of hair too, I love the fact that like you can at least put the earpieces of the glasses like tucked under the hair piece.
I wonder
So
what's
at
on
least they'll stay on, right? Stay in better anyway.
It
Yeah.
looks
Yes.
like he's on a bigger,
Yes.
bigger arms,
Yeah, he looks bigger.
Yeah, he does.
and then he has a mask that he can wear.
Yeah, the bandana.
So, oh, you know what?
Crankcase.
It all goes together.
Yeah, it all goes together.
yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I think-
and wear that mask
That's
with this
wild.
mask.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's got anything on the back of his vest. Like
Yeah.
if there's a paint app.
Oh,
Hopefully
yeah,
yeah.
I'm
They're
just
not
spelled.
properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Those-
and not
those-
use it as a gimmick.
Are
Yeah.
those the
A
same
mistake
scarves?
cover.
Are those the same scarves that come on Crankcase that we saw in the digital render there?
I think
I think
Probably.
so.
It looks
Yep.
like it's there.
I forgot about that. But yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, I think it is the same that's going to come with him.
There's one for the mouth.
We've got the hairpiece mask combo.
so.
We've
So
got
is the
these.
mask like a welding helmet? Is that what that's supposed to be?
Well, that's what's funny is like it looks like it has a cartridge like a respirator filter,
Yeah.
and this is the one like the Dreadnought that's not really like causing a whole lot of sparks and stuff or
Yeah.
no
But-
gases or anything.
Did Lenny not say anything about the mask?
They
Yeah.
haven't.
It's
I
the
didn't
same
see the
mask.
full
these.
force thing, so I don't know.
That's the same mask, Crow. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
let's
Maybe
move
it's
down.
linked to the mask device and it sees all the elements. Who knows?
Yeah. He does have these two. We haven't seen these axes yet.
Yeah. And he's got that
Those are
tuning
nice.
fork so he can
Dude.
find water.
Wait, are those
Hell yeah.
those
Poseidon's
axes?
rifle.
Are those axes taped to wrenches?
Yeah, they
That's
are.
what I was
Yeah,
trying to
they
figure
are.
out.
They're
Oh,
plumbers.
the pipe
Plumbers.
wrenches.
Yeah,
The
pipe
pipe
wrench.
wrench. Oh,
Yeah.
that is badass.
That is cool. That's cool as
I just
shit.
noticed that as well.
I know
Yeah,
someone's
good.
gonna say that's stupid. Just
Well,
like the saw viper. Why did you
Yeah,
get a
that's
saw on
cool.
it? No one has a
They-
bean
No, I
in
said
saw.
that.
You're an idiot.
It's,
Go away.
it's different though. I mean,
I
it's
said that.
unique.
I mean, you've got to counterbalance it somehow. Why not with an axe, right?
give a
Yeah.
monkey
Well,
a
that's, I
wrench.
mean,
Does with it, right?
monkey wrench. Yeah, it's a monkey wrench. That's what
Monkey
that's what that is. It's a monkey wrench, and the dreadnoughts cobble together their own gear, their own weapons. I think it's genius.
Yeah,
it is
the what with on the trident gun there, like, is that, man, that
The
thing looks
harpoon?
wild. Yeah, I mean, well,
grappling
just
gun?
the is that like electrical cartridge? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
is that a taser
All
cartridge?
right,
right.
So I'm thinking that the trident gun, the trident comes out, and then then you have the barrel underneath it. So
I
he
can
can
see that. Yeah, yeah.
Joe
That's pretty
Fan
wild.
84 is in the house.
Hey,
Joe Fan.
But I do think
Yeah.
there's a cable
Strange gun.
on that for sure.
They gave him a COVID mask.
Yeah.
Um,
oh no.
so
Pre-COVID monkey wrench.
we know where most of the money for this wave was spent.
Does he have
Oh,
a
yeah.
pistol?
No pistol.
No.
Oh, he has a whole. Oh,
Yeah, he's got the revolver.
Yeah,
stupid
and
revolver.
that's we
That's
skipped
wild,
over that.
Bills.
And pretty
Bob
much
Mills.
everything on him is pretty new.
Yeah. We,
And
And then
These
he got
are-
a tattoo.
looks like I can't tell. Looks like Pistons or something. Like dreadnought
Something.
tattoo.
He's a Detroit fan.
Yeah, it's a Rodman tattoo.
It's a Rodman tattoo. That's hilarious.
Shit.
You know what? That'd be if they were gonna do a celebrity, he'd be a perfect dreadnought.
Wouldn't he though? He would. I'd love a classified Dennis Rodman figure. I was a Rodman fan.
Dude, I still have a pair of worms in the box. Like, I kid you not. Yeah.
Nice.
Did you have John Sally's?
What's that?
Do you have any John Sally shoes?
No. I just
No one does.
I'd love to have a Simon Phoenix dreadnought character.
that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
That would
I mean it's basically, Rodman.
I know, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I
sharp. So
prefer.
let's what Rodman what Rodman colors do you want? You know, I'm gonna say the Pistons, red, white, and blue.
Oh yeah, I would.
You want the Bulls?
Yeah.
With the
I-
green hair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Rodman with the green hair. That's
want-
pretty wild.
I want green
maybe-
hair, but he didn't have it with the Pistons.
Ooh. And
No.
if you come
Oh,
with a
no.
really small sidekick, like a, Spud.
Yeah, but
Or a Vinny Microwave Johnson.
if you do the Pistons one, you can give him the shotgun that he was going to kill himself with. So
There you
there's
go.
that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Was it a shotgun or was it a 30-30? I thought he said it was a
Spud web
30-30.
on a
I
leash.
thought it was a shotgun.
I've got the book.
I don't know.
I
Either
thought he
way,
said
it wasn't going to be pretty if he did.
No, this is true. So I think we're all pretty much sold on Monkey Wrench, man.
I think he's
Yeah, I think he looks great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
can't wait.
really happy when I saw that.
Yeah.
I can't.
I think
wait
he's
for
probably
him.
the best figure in the wave so far.
Yeah. Him and CC.
Now, this Snake Eyes came out after I was out, so I never had him.
Yeah, me
That's where a
too.
lot of us were at.
Yeah, but a lot of us probably fall
He
into that
looks cool as
category.
shit, though.
This
I
looks
was
cool.
So
Kind of like a range viper that defected. But
So this is one of the more common Snake Eyes. I mean, he's been in a lot of iterations, 12-inch figures.
Oh yes.
But I gotta say, I know a lot of people like it. But now, after seeing Monkey Wrench, Blood, and Cobra Commander, he's like
Plain.
plain.
he's like the worst of the wave.
Yeah.
And I don't think he looks bad at all. But
No.
it is very plain.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I like the MP22. I think is what Johnny Reno told me. I don't want to get him mad.
Yeah, don't mess that up.
Yeah.
I mean, but
And
you're
he's
right.
missing a pistol though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have
Dude.
something for his holster right now. You're right.
Yeah, and then
And
now
they-
these are
Grappling
the-
hook.
Where's the
Yeah.
rope?
yeah, there's no
They
rope.
said They said they couldn't do a digital render of the rope, but he
Man.
does come with cord.
Really?
What?
Yes.
It's rope.
What?
That's what they said.
That is
part I did hear.
wacko.
Yeah,
But
it is
that-
it is a movie
does come
scrunch out of
with it.
swords.
But it does come with the rope. So
Okay,
I've said.
Can I?
Go
Can
ahead.
I just got to ask you guys? Sorry, and then I'll jump off. But who else here thinks that they could do a better grappling hook by now?
Oh
Like
yeah.
this thing has been around forever, and it's just
At least make it look ninja.
So let me ask you this: does anyone use the grappling hook, and is it even worth it
no.
to
Of course
spend?
not.
I'm using it.
To spend
I'm
the money
using
on
it
a
for
mold, is
Alpine.
anyone going to use it?
No.
For a specific character that climbs rocks or like Alpine or something, but other than him, probably
Yeah.
not, right?
Yeah, like
Even
even
with
shipwrecked.
Alpine. The only reason why they gave it to him is because the O-ring the O-ring version had a grappling hook shooter.
Oh,
Yeah.
did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
And
giant
they said,
ass contraption.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they made a comment. They're like, "Yeah, we're not going to do that," but that's
Yeah.
kind of why they gave it to him.
I'm
The only
surprised-
guy I want to see with this is Shipwreck. That is all. We can move on.
Yeah. I'm
Well, him and
surprised.
Alpine,
Yeah, I'm surprised. we
Alpine
didn't
got
get
two
a-
good picks.
A trench.
and we
knife.
also got this too.
Like,
Sorry, what are you saying, War Chest?
I'm surprised we haven't gotten like the full-on trench knife Snake Eyes yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the version before this one. That was
Yeah.
That's the
the
M
one
one.
that come with the 3-piece nunchukus.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
I always like that one.
I've still got that one complete. I've still got all the sections of the nunchucks are still
Yeah, he
connected.
fits perfect in my sex room downstairs.
yeah, that
think
one
my
really
favorite-
does.
I think my favorite Snake Eyes so far is the one with the green pants. For some reason, I like that one the most.
Is that
And
Alpha? No,
And the retro.
Yeah, the retro is the only one. I get.
I've got the
Wait, no, I
Alpha
got-
open. That's the one with timber, the white timber.
Yeah.
I have such
I
a
don't remember.
bad taste in my mouth with this figure because and I've said it and I don't remember the line. It's the big ones with the cloth outfits, and it's this version of those. They're like 12 inches.
Spiral zone.
Yeah.
They're 12 inches, and I see them at the flea market every time I go. And this one is always there, and it's so hideous. Like the thing looks so bad. So every time I see it, I'm like, God dang it, man! I really don't like this at all. But
You're talking about Joe's. I think that
yeah,
was
no, yeah, I'm talking about
Hero?
G.I. Joe. When I see this version, yes, it's the big tall one with the cloth. You know, they have like the ugliest shit, like 12 inches tall or whatever the fuck they are. And so I've always hated this figure because of that, because I didn't have it when I was a kid. But I don't know. This one just looks kind of smooth. I know it's plain, but it does look pretty smooth to me.
Is
They
that-
muted the colors so he doesn't get that vibrant look. So I think he looks
Right.
Yeah.
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 So
Is
us. The other
Is that
reason I think a lot of people don't like this is because they showed pictures of this like almost as soon as they were showing the polar bear Mass Effect one too, right? Like the Mass Device one, and it's like two Snake Eyes, one like left, right, left, right. I think they should have spaced this one out longer.
Yeah. Is that vest a reuse or is that new?
That's new.
Looks new.
That's
Yeah.
new.
I was gonna say I didn't know if that came on the Shockwave, the Night Force one or not.
I thought the throwing knives were new too. Am I wrong about that, or are those the same ones for
Nope,
Storm Shadow?
that's new too.
That's new.
Is that-
Yeah,
I think the
haven't seen
holster
that.
is also
Mhm.
Yeah, the holster looks wild.
because it's a left-handed holster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the gun snaps into the back of the holster.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
I think
I
the only,
make some composite holsters. You know,
I think the only other character that has left-handed holster is the Bat. There might be someone else.
Oh,
And the
I
swords
mean,
look-
snow serpents are akimbo, right? They got two holsters, so
Yeah. I don't like the swords either.
no, everything else is reuse, right?
Yeah,
They're
they
just
brought
throwing
it up.
everything at it.
Didn't they bring it up during the stream about the swords? How they were happy with doing the red on the swords or something like that. I was like,
That's because
yeah.
it's serrated. Like if you look at it, it's serrated.
yeah.
Parts of
Yeah.
it is serrated, though
Yeah.
it's smooth.
Gotcha.
Ginsu.
I mean, I'm gonna get him. I mean, I just don't think he's that cool.
Oh, Crimson Guard. That's the other one. And I'm looking at him right here.
Yeah, Matthew's right. I just saw we just looked at it. Battle Armor Cobra Commander has a left-handed holster.
But I was talking about more or less like the new characters.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to see if that was a reuse.
Croc Master's a lefty.
But that's a completely different looking.
I almost wish he had some kind of like wash over that gray stuff. Just some kind of wash.
You know they don't really do washes.
Pop out on it.
At least not on the overlays. They do some on the faces and stuff.
It's very bland because
it just looks bland.
Like if there was,
it's a good way to put it.
Some sort of accents on the pockets. I think it gives it more depth here. Just like the little knives on his thigh there.
Yeah.
Like that makes him pop.
Yeah.
Now you don't have anything there.
You could have done these little, like the fronts of the pouches. Hit this with some
buckles.
red here.
Just the little buckles would really,
right?
Do a little bit of silver
because it is extremely muted and
all right, hey, Daredevil, do you want to
matte finish?
Daredevil really loves to correct me. Almost makes me wish he would have died at. Anyway.
What the hell? Whoa.
Hey, he's not Val Kilmer.
Punk, are you telling me you can't handle a little challenge from time to time, buddy?
No, but after a while, things get annoying.
Well, let's see. Well, he wasn't the only one. We had Matthew, Turk,
Matthew,
Mr. Magnus,
everyone.
They all laying out the left-handers. You must be a leftist.
I just keep thinking about that Simpsons. What was it? Yeah. What was it? Left-handed nunchucks from the Simpsons?
Oh, God.
Yeah, Snake Eye's always been a lefty, though. We should check the other figures.
So are we? What are you guys thinking on Snake? Oh, Matthew, yeah, I'm left-handed. That's why the sword's always on the wrong side. He's left-handed.
Oh, well, now don't get him started. You want to get somebody pissed off.
Yeah,
get Matthew started on the where to draw the swords from.
Olivia's left-handed, so
I'm definitely gonna get him, but I'm not super impressed with him.
Yeah, I already know. I'll be pre-ordering the guy. I'm not stupid.
I mean,
like that's
he'll
just
look
me.
badass. If they put out a Night Force vamp, he'll look really cool in it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, right on.
Yeah, I mean he looks good, but this will probably be one I don't pre-order right off the bat. I mean, this was never my Snake Eyes. I know he was for a lot of people. I never liked this version. I was still picking up figures when this guy come out. I'd never had him as a kid because I hated the way he looked.
Yeah.
This one looks better than the classic or the Real American Hero one, but I'm on Snake Eyes overload. I was on Snake Eyes overload.
That's
2 or
my
3
thing.
Snake Eyes ago.
Yeah, that's my thing too. I'm like, good God, like, and I get it. You know, I mean, they said it in the stream too. It's their favorite character. It's kind of like, yeah, we know.
We know.
We know.
Gasp. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. So let's look at us for a minute. So, good reveals. I'm all in for the wave except possibly Snake Eyes. So I'm looking forward to all those figures. A couple of my most wanted list in this wave with Battle Armor CC and with Monkey Wrench. So, let's do a little bit of fun stuff. Pop Blender, you want to do some quick trivia, or do you want to run through some quick questions?
Throw some questions out, and then I'll hit up some trivia here in just a second, and see who knows what.
All right, I'm gonna have my camera off, but I'm still here.
You good?
Okay. All right, we're gonna go. I will go around starting with Punk, and I'm gonna swap me and Hot Blender, and we'll go around left to right. So this one, I'm not even going to ask this question. I was going to say, I was gonna say favorite real American hero toy. So let's go. Let's do it anyway. I already said it. Punk.
Toy, all of them.
Yeah, everything out of the whole real American hero line. What was your favorite toy?
Probably the whale.
Okay.
So much better than the hydrofoil. It actually floated, didn't sink. No, seriously, the thing about the whale, it held everything. It had a motorcycle, and it had a little sled on it. Yeah. It actually floated, and it had wheels.
Mm-hmm.
It was just awesome. Of course, everything broke on it, so
yeah,
but it still floated. And even on the bottom, it had the piece that came out, so you could just store a bunch of shit in the bottom.
Yeah, and you had the depth charge launcher.
Yes, that everyone lost within the first day or two.
Yep.
So much play value with the whale. What about you, War Chest?
I'd have to go the same. Yeah, it was like that one toy I didn't know I was getting, and I got it, and I just played with it nonstop.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, right. Like the fans on the back of.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yep. And they had the
barrel on it.
Yeah. And of course, they also had the directional fins on the back too, didn't they?
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah.
And that crossbar is so hard to find.
Somebody was dumb enough to let me put the stickers on it, so they're all fucking everywhere.
all backwards.
Bobby, the Night Raven is awesome.
I love the Night Raven.
But I would still take the Sky Striker over it.
My favorite character and vehicle combo, though, the water moccasin, hands down.
Yeah. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah. Crow, what about you?
You can only store so much. Like you only put so many figures in it.
Yeah.
And then you had the whale that you're just like you're looking at it like that's the shit.
You got a whole squad in there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the first set of Joe vehicles, and I can't remember which one I got first, but it was before the whale. Because the whale, I think everybody would say the whale's probably their favorite amongst most of them, but the Mauler and the Vamp were tied for me. Just the two first. They weren't Star Wars. This was a new wave of infantry-based action figures, and they looked like the things I saw on TV. It was amazing. That's it. That's my answer.
Oh wait, I gotta say something. I wanted to say the Mauler. Then I'm seeing like the Rattler. Like there's so many good fucking.
I know.
So many good, like not fun or decent. So many great fucking vehicles in Joe.
Yes.
Yeah, they're really.
Did I say Mauler or did I say Mobat? Because I meant Mobat.
You said Mauler.
You said that.
Yeah,
I mean
Mobat.
really, but
now you're wrong.
No, so the Mobat was the first tank. There you go. The first tank we had there.
Now you're just wrong. I was with you for a second.
Yeah, forget it now. Forget it.
Pop Blender, what about you?
Oh wow. Man. You know what? Just from a pure like playing with I used to use it all the time. The Awe Striker was probably, as far as a vehicle, was like I used that thing because the suspension, like it just had a feel to it that a lot of other vehicles didn't have, and I used to love that thing. As far as overall, like just the whole line, that's tough. I mean, I couldn't say the Awe Striker. I will say though, I did have the Night Raven, and I really did love that damn plane. I really loved that plane.
I never had any of the planes. I had the Tomahawk, but I never had any of the planes.
Oh,
yeah, Tomahawk was great too. That's another great one. Had that,
both the Tomahawk and the Dragonfly.
Yeah.
And so you say the Awe Striker, and I gotta say, once the Awe Striker came out, and you're like, oh my god, it's actually better than the Vamp. Tell me that every time that you jumped, like in your hand, right?
Yeah.
You made sure when it came down, you hit the
push down. Yes, exactly. You had to push down, and dude, I loved that thing.
If you push down on the Vamp, you broke the roll cage, and you're like,
yep. Didn't do it.
But definitely had to do that. That's awesome.
Awe Striker's a good one. So mine also was the whale. There was just too much playability.
Whoa, wait.
Yeah.
Say it over.
Yeah, it was the whale. No, it don't mean the hydrofoil wasn't awesome, but you stated all of the reasons I like the well. I could take the well down to the creek. I could play with
It
the
was
well
one of the
in
few things that
tub.
floated. It's one of the
Yes.
few things you could actually really get to float.
That was
And that-
crazy.
The APC was the most underrated for that. I thought was the big long
that's true.
APC floated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was like my thing. I had all the I had the hydrofoil, I had the moccasin, I had I had all the water, and I had the oil platform. And I didn't really have a lot of the other things. Like when they first came out, I had the vamp and the cycle. But for the most part, I always had the water shit.
So here's the problem with the water stuff is that other than the whale and the APC, the water vehicles floated about as well as all the flying vehicles actually flew.
No doubt.
Right. Yeah, no,
that's fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least the shark was made to sink.
Yes, it was. And you could fly it, and then it'd sink right when it.
And
genius.
that's why I like the shark, because we had an in-ground pool at my grandma's house. So I used to take my Joes over there and have epic water battles. And there was some that you had to lift out of the pool every 5 minutes to drain, and there was some you didn't. The shark was the one you didn't.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do want to. So the hydrofoil, and I love the hydrofoil. I really do.
Yeah.
But it sank super fast.
Yeah.
But the other thing, I hope I'm not the only one. Those 4 missiles, the moment that piece got knocked off, back on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I forgot all
That
about
was one of the most frustrating things as a kid.
I kept losing mine, and my mom just fucking super glued them on there because she got tired of She's like, "Fuck this."
I'm gonna go through and see what
But I will
chat
say
says.
the way the depth charges worked on the hydrofoil, way better than.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't lose them once they were in.
No.
Crow, what
Darren,
what was you saying?
I'm gonna hop off for a second. I'll be right back. I just got switched to a different device.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go through and read some of the chat's responses here. So Mr. Madgus was the flag. Eric says same, but I think he was talking about the whale. Bobby is Night Raven. Eric is Night Raven. Viper Scout says not shipwreck. Why have so many? Sharlock says mean dog.
Oh,
Dave liked the water moccasin. Turk liked the water moccasin. Oh, Viper Scout says the hurricane. Oh,
what's
that's
the hurricane?
The plane. It was much later in the line. It's actually pretty.
Yes.
Cool. We talked about it.
Is that the white one?
I think it's red, isn't it? I think it's red.
It's
I didn't have it.
It's a VTOL. It's a blue plane, gray wings.
That's right.
It's got yellow missiles, a bunch of them.
Yep,
underneath.
That's right. Me and Crow just looked at those a few weeks ago on one of our shows. So
here we go.
Very angular.
Yeah. Turk says he got the flag, but he was out of Joe's by then. Wow. That's a kick in the balls to the rest of us.
Yeah, right.
Conquest was another favorite.
Yeah, I didn't get my flag until I was in my 30s. So, and it's still sitting in the box. It's never been opened.
Viper Scout liked the Badger. So, all right. And don't grunt at the mean dog. I think that was a nice grunt. Mean dog was great. I had it too. So let's see.
When did the hurricane come out?
You
know,
90-ish.
I don't know. I just looked it up. And
you know, when I don't
90.
I see it.
Okay.
Oh, the Cobra hurricane.
Yeah. One I don't see in the chat that was my cousin's absolute favorite was the Warthog. He loved that thing.
Yeah, that floated. It floated.
Super cool.
So I can't speak on that one because I never had it, but I see it at Sergeant Red's in the box, and then I see the price tag, and I'm like, "Yep, not gonna get that."
Yeah, it's a good, really good vehicle.
What's it cruising at now?
It was in the hundreds.
Wow, that's not terrible, I guess.
But I mean, there's a lot of other things that I want to spend.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
On.
I don't have it either. Not even my Real American Hero. I don't have it.
Yeah, there's one that I would like though. It is cool looking.
It's a good vehicle. So same order here. Punk, what was your favorite non-GI Joe toy line in the 60s, 70s, or 80s?
Ooh, God.
Ooh.
Non-Joe. Shit, dude.
You're on the spot. Everybody else gets a minute to think about
I
it.
know. Man, once I started collecting Joe, I didn't collect. I mean, I played with other toys, but I don't know if this is my. I don't know if this is my favorite, but it rings out, and that's Jason the Wheeled Warriors. I loved being able to swap all the stuff out.
I love that cartoon.
The music, but just being able to it was your first real kit bashing. Stuff made the kit bash.
Yeah, Jason's cool.
It didn't last very long, but again, I had Mask and I had He-Man, I had some Thundercats, obviously Star Wars, but nothing that I don't really know if I had another favorite. Probably that or Transformers, because just Transformers are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But Jason the Real Wars is one that sticks out as something that's a lot of people don't remember. Yeah. Just like Eagle Force.
Yeah.
The little weapons.
I had a couple of Eagle Force dudes. So, Warts S, what about you?
Micronauts, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hardcore in the Micronauts when I was a kid. I've still got a lot of them actually. And I even put together the air track. It took me a long time to track down all the parts and pieces to put together my air track. So yeah, the Micronauts was a hard one for me to pick up, but it took some time. But yeah. And I mean, if you know your history, you know that the Joes came from the Micronaut bodies.
Right.
Yep. So what's up to Matthew here? Joined us.
What's up?
Still looking for dial tone for you, buddy. It dried up as soon as I said something, right?
Well, of course. And it looks like Crystal Ball will be here before dial tone is.
But he knew that.
So you talk about G.I. Joe coming from the Micronauts. Patrick Stewart, he just dropped his on articulated points, the history of the O-ring. It's 13 minutes long, I think.
I'll have to check that
really good.
Yeah,
it is good. Yeah.
They do a really good job when they do stuff.
Yep.
I like them, and when Ken from Toy Connection, dude, he does some of the great stuff.
I love Ken's,
he's awesome.
Ken's retrospective stuff.
So he's Canadian, so I'm not.
Let's hear from Canadian Crow. What was
Canadian?
Canadian.
Yeah, because I was going to say all my GI Joes are from Canada, by the way. But outside of the Joes, I was thinking about which ones really I wanted the most as a kid that I held on. Dukes of Hazzards and Chips were two of the ones I really liked. I loved my General Lee, right? And I loved having my motorbikes, but I didn't take care of them, man. No way. But
yeah. I think the Joes were the only thing I halfway did take care of because they're the only ones that still got.
Yeah.
Well, Matthew, you're here now. So, other than Joe's, what was your favorite line?
Let's ask Matthew what his favorite vehicle was first.
Okay, what was your favorite vehicle? Then your favorite non-Joe line.
Yeah, Sky Striker, hands down. My dad worked for NASA, and we had an affinity for aviation. He was a master flight instructor. I got my pilot's license when I was 16. He got me all the aircraft, the good guy aircraft mostly, but I had the Conquest, the Sky Striker, the Condor. The one I didn't have that I really wanted was the Night Raven, obviously, but the Sky Striker was just awesome. Just Top Gun era stuff, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you ever? You used to spend hours just chucking the ace in the air with the parachutes and stuff?
Yeah, I shredded those damn parachutes. I was using them for everything.
So cheap parachutes.
We're not very good.
Wait, your dad was an aviation guy. So how the hell did he feel that helicopter blades went the other way? Sorry to stick that knife in your mouth.
Shake. Yeah.
I feel your pain because I think we all had that one friend that would try and do it, and you're like,
No.
except for Matthew. Matthew's like, go ahead, it's already fucking broken.
Yep.
Well, he got me the tiger fly to replace it because you couldn't find a dragonfly anymore. So
Did he instantly?
Damn.
no, I wouldn't let him touch it.
That's great. So non-favorite Joe line, Matthew?
Oh man, I had a little bit of everything. Jason the Wheeled Warriors, Starcom, Sky Commanders, Air Raiders, Battle Beasts, Muscle Men. It constructs Legos.
Well, which one was your other favorite?
Well, see, that's the hard thing is that I love them all so much. It's hard for me to say which one I liked best. I mean, Starcom was space and had magnets on their boots. Legos I could build whatever I wanted with. Constructs I used to augment my GI Joes because I would build things out of constructs that my GI Joes would fit in.
That's cool.
And you guys thought I gave a convoluted answer.
So I honestly I'd have to say Lego, because that was the one that I had the next largest collection of things. I loved Mask and I had a bunch of those, but really my cousins got them for me, so that was that.
Yep. Mine, I like Matthew. I had a lot of different other stuff, a lot of stuff that I liked for a while, but really at the time and going forward into now, probably I would have to say Transformers G1. Just
had a lot of them.
The impact that the line had on and the cartoon. They were, we hadn't really seen anything like them here when they come out. I had a lot of those. Those are probably the next thing closest to Joe's that I had the most of. They lasted a lot longer, so you got more. But really, after the movie, it was really just G1 for me up to the movie.
Yep.
But those few years that 4 years or 3 years or whatever, I'd have to say Transformers. So
did anybody have construction? Did anybody else have those types of things?
I did.
They were like plastic.
I had constructs. What was the metal one?
Oh, that was just an erector set, right?
An erector set.
No, there was an older version of it, but Tinker Toy was another one we had back then too. Yeah.
But they made constructs figures, and they were little figures, whatever. One of them was a military line, and they had this parachute, and it was an amazing parachute. It was like huge, and it fit perfectly around GI Joes. So I had my Night Force Crazy Legs strapped up in that parachute that I throw up and have them drop down.
That's great.
Yeah.
Pop Blender, how about you?
Man, that's kind of
Chuck
tough.
Norris Karate Commandos.
Man, I had a lot of them guys. Had a bunch of them dudes, Centurions and shit. Mask.
Yeah,
all of it had. We had all of it. Had a lot of Transformers too. Had a bunch of Transformers. I don't know. Honestly, I'd be lying if I didn't say that. I had a lot of Star Wars figures, and I still have my Snow Speeder. I still have my Speeder bike. Still have my Millennium Falcon. I mean, they're all pieces. You know what I'm saying? But I had a TIE Fighter. I had a lot of Star Wars toys, and a lot of figures and a case to hold them and all that shit. But I was so young, right? By the time Return of the Jedi came out in '83. I'm not even 8 years old yet. So it's you don't quite understand where G.I. Joe, as you're getting into that 9, 10, 11, 12 range, you're really coming into your understanding figures and the lines and cartoons and remembering shit. So I don't know. Transformers probably, if I was being completely honest, would probably be the other one because I did have a lot and I loved the cartoons and everything. Yeah. But I definitely love my Star Wars stuff. That's no lie.
Word. So it's up to
ask you
Clint
to not be completely honest.
Well, if I'm being completely honest about answering that question, I would say no.
Clint Jorgensen has joined us. Lincoln Logs fit with G.I. Joe, and the collector is here. Transformers came out late for me. Got a bunch one Christmas. Cut out the stat cards, transformed them a couple times, and put them in a bag in storage.
Yeah, I was the same. Like I've still got most of my G1s, but I mean, I put them back in the foam and in the box when I was done playing with them. And I never really played with my Transformers that much at all. I was more into the He-Man. Like when He-Man hit, I was all in.
Yeah, had a lot of He-Man too. That's for sure. Yeah.
So one of the things about the Lincoln Logs, and yes, they fit. There was never enough Lincoln Logs to build something.
To do something actual, like substantial.
Yeah. Like you would think, like, oh wow, it builds so much, and then by the time you built it and spent all this time, you're like, I can barely fit anything in it.
Yeah.
It was always disappointing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. So I'm gonna do
So
one more
funny.
question, and I'm gonna let Pop Blender ask us some trivia questions. And I don't know what the trivia questions are, the way he doesn't know what these questions are.
I don't know what the
this
trivia questions are.
So I got some like those. I wrote down some kind of not as serious, silly ones, but this will be a good one. So, and we'll go in reverse order. We'll start with Pop Blender and work backwards. Me next, and then Matthew up to Crow. If you won the lottery, what would be the first toy that you would buy? And don't say like a Lamborghini, like a toy like we're talking about.
No. I know what you're getting at. Holy cow, man! This
will probably be an easy question for most of us.
Yeah,
for most of us.
Finally, ask a question that I have right away, but
right. Because I know most of us would say, "Well, I get a flag," you know.
Not me.
Which makes total sense. I mean that's man, but see, I don't collect 3 3/4, so like getting a flag wouldn't mean as much to me at this point. Does that make sense? Like I know it sounds goofy, but like I'm like, what would I do with it? I don't have any figures to put on it. I had to go buy all them too. Damn, that's
you won the lottery. You could.
You won the lottery. It doesn't matter. You can put a room for your.
That's true.
You could have a whole room full of carded flints.
You could buy more shipwrecks than I have.
I would, man. Just the first singular toy. Holy cow. I mean, I guess that's an easy one though. But I mean, I would probably love to have it just because I didn't have it. I'd like to see it in person. You know, like actually sitting there in person, which I never got to see.
Yeah.
Never seen it in person. Not like that.
Mine's an easy answer. It's the same. Mine would be a flag. I would buy the best condition, complete one I could find, or I would be one of the people bidding on one of the few that pop up on eBay once in a while that's never been opened. So
you won the lottery. You don't have to bid. You just
buy it now for 50 grand. Yeah,
you just overspend it because I want it.
There's other stuff that I would like to have that's, really near and dear, but I mean, that's an easy answer for me. I never had the flag. I still want the flag. I would get a flag now and put it somewhere just to have it. So that's it for me. Matthew?
The Defiant. I mean, my dad worked for NASA. I had the Crusader, but I was like, why couldn't I get the Defiant? The whole loadout with everything in that is just such a massive play set with a lot of functionality, and I love the space stuff, so that was pretty cool.
Crow?
Oh, it's my turn already.
Yeah.
I was hoping I was going to answer last, but I couldn't think of one, and I was listening to everybody talk about the flag, and it reminded me of how I grew up pretty poor. And I hated people who had the flag because they weren't me and I wasn't them. And I think what I would do is if I won the lottery, I'd buy all the fucking flags. And then and from that point on, anybody who won the lottery would be dealing with me. That's my answer.
not a bad answer. So, all right. War Chest, how about you? What would you buy?
Shit.
Man. That's like a really hard one. Like there's two things that like one thing I sold that I wish I hadn't because I've downsized and now I have room for it and I wish I'd never gotten rid of it. It's not a toy, but it's a Stern Family Guy pinball machine. And I sold it and I've kicked myself in the ass for years for selling it. And other than that, probably the Defiant. It's one of the last big pieces I don't have.
Yeah.
And I don't want it in the box. I want it out.
Yeah.
I don't. My flag's still in the box. It's never been opened, and it's got a great box. And I hope
I
that
give you
will find a way.
$50,000 for it.
I'll give you 55.
Yeah, I would
have
like
you
to find out.
have you guys heard Kirk Bazigian talk about the sculpting and the creation of the Defiant? He goes into a lot of detail about what they did to create all of those effects and how difficult it was to sculpt all that detail on the inside of the flag with all those panels and tubes and screens and all that sci-fi stuff that they put in there. It's really neat.
No,
Cool.
I have not heard that. So, Punk, how about you?
It's ridiculous.
It's the Defiant. That's my grail.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, I've talked about it numerous times that one day I hope, one day I plan to have one. I don't know where I put it. Obviously, I don't know if the people watching know, but I have my childhood aircraft carrier set up in my basement. But I never had the chance. I was out of G.I. Joe before I got the Defiant, or else I probably would have had it. But it's not just that it's big. It is something, like Matthew said, it's very detailed. Yeah. I've never really spent a lot of time looking at one. And that's what I. Yeah. And the other thing that I would also get is the mobile command center, which I never had, and I kick myself because you used to be able to get those pretty cheap.
Yeah.
There were several of those at Toylanta. I was surprised.
They sat around for quite some time.
There were a bunch of boxed Terradromes that were floating around for a long time too.
I have my childhood.
Nice.
Viper Scout says that thing is brittle. That thing's brittle.
Yeah,
a couple of rats sculpted into the Defiant. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And Joe fan just got one. He just got a Terradrome.
Sweet.
I've got my cousin's Terradrome, and he was like one of those nerd kids that never really was rough with his toys. And he gave it to me like 10 years ago, and it's pristine. I love it.
That's awesome.
I'm just like,
wow.
You open the door the wrong way, and those little tabs will break off, or the chain, piece,
the dome.
And there's
the chain that drives that thing jumps off the track really easy.
I've never had mine come off.
Really, mine do.
As much as I love my aircraft carrier in the box, I really want to get one out. But that Terradrome is like the largest piece I have, really, and it's cool. It's super.
That would have been my second favorite Joe thing, because I did have the Terradrome. It was so much fun, but I couldn't take it to the creek. So
the thing with the Terradrome compared to the flag is you just picked it up and you took it wherever you wanted to go.
Yeah, you can pack
it. It wasn't like the headquarters.
Yeah.
Obviously it wasn't like the flag. You could just dump stuff in it and just pick it up and carry it to wherever you needed to go, from your bedroom to your living room. Some of the other stuff you couldn't do.
Yeah.
Right.
It took 4 trips to get the headquarters to whatever room you wanted to play in. And then if it was on like a crappy ground or on the carpet, it kept splitting apart.
Damn.
Yeah, if you had real thick carpet.
Yep.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It just pushed together. So if you're on the kitchen floor, no big deal. Until mom walks by and accidentally kicks it.
I wish I'd have got a hold of my cousin before he got rid of all of his stuff, because he was like one of those nerd kids that just put his shit up on display and then just played with his Legos. Everything on display, play with the Legos. Like he was.
My ex's best friend, she got a divorce, and it was a bad divorce, and her husband, he was an only child, older than I was, but he clearly his mom continued to buy him toys, and he had I remember being over there one day, and they showed me everything. He was showing me everything in the garage. He had flag, Terradrome, the Defiant, Transformers, Star Wars stuff. And I was talking to my ex a couple years ago, and she's like, "Yeah, the house is the house went in foreclosure. It's been sold. They have like 1 week to get everything out, and she doesn't talk to him. So And I'm like, is that stuff still in the garage? And she's like, yeah, I think so. I'm like, I'll give her $1,000. Sight unseen, anything. I will clean out the whole fucking everything that she needs out of that house. I will help as long as
That's
I
a
get
good man.
And she wouldn't, and she wouldn't say anything. And I think they just let it all go in the trash, or whoever purchased the house, they got everything. And I'm like, I will fucking give her $1,000 cash right now. Which let's be honest, I knew I was going to try and rip her off.
Sure.
you was gonna be
$1,000 she wasn't gonna have, and she could have told her husband or ex-husband, "Fuck you! I sold all your shit."
Yeah, no shit.
Because then Susan was like, "Well, she doesn't even know if it's there." I'm like, "I don't care. I'll give $1,000, and I will help her move everything out, anything that's in that house." Because she's like, "I just can't go back there. It's just too hard to go in there." So I think they just like.
You're like, well, I'll go back in there.
I'll go for you.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
So my mom was interesting. She kept all of my stuff, and she remembered back in the day when her and her brother went off to school. Her mom took all of his baseball cards and threw them away, and he had like a lot of high dollar cards. And she's like, I won't do that to my kids.
No, I remember when Susan and I split up, I said, don't throw any of their stuff away until I get to go through it. Because not only may stuff be worth money, but there's stuff that you might see that like, I'm going to throw this in a box because, 10 years, 20 years from now, they might be talking about it and you go, hey, hold on. Here you go.
Yep. Let's let Pop Blender ask us some trivia questions. I want to say what's up real to Ronnie Trickshot. G'day, everyone. Sorry I'm late.
One question. Can I ask one question? What toy, no matter what it was, G.I. Joe or whatever, took the most abuse? Like, which one did you abuse the shit out of?
That's a good one.
I had that question. So there were two for me. I had a turbo hopper, and I used to just run that fucker into everything. You remember the turbo hopper?
Yep.
Yeah, I busted that fucker all to hell. And then I had one of those Spider-Man, you wound it up motorcycles where you went and then it took off and you jump shit. And that thing probably took both of those. I absolutely
you had that Evil Knievel too.
I had Evil Knievel one too. And just absolutely just busted them fuckers up and ripped a Stretch Armstrong so that the jelly came out of him.
Yeah.
Mine would also, same answer for me. Mine would probably also be the whale because I carted it everywhere.
Mine would have to be my Mego Dukes of Hazzard, man. That thing got launched off of everything.
Oh wow. Sure.
Nice.
Yeah. I can see that.
So mine was the Vamp because I got that at the same Christmas. I got a game or some toys called Crisscross Crash.
Oh,
these demolition dirties that you launch off the ramp.
Yeah.
So I would launch my Vamp off the ramp, and
shit.
When you talk about the Awe Striker suspension, the Vamp did that. Yeah, I'm the kid with the glued wheels.
So I was thinking key car. Do you remember key cars?
Yeah.
Oh
key cars. You slam stompers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was thinking. I think it was the APC. Because I had a broken wheel, but that would smack. But when Matthew said his Duke of Hazzard, same thing, but not your Mego. You remember the big ones? They were.
Absolutely.
We had that and the Roscoe's police car.
Police car.
Yeah.
Those things you shot off everything. And they still rolled. That plastic was flimsy. The plastic was a lot like the Vanguard, so you could. Oh, I'm sorry. That plastic was better. I'm just kidding, Bobby. I'm just joking. Your plastic is perfect.
Damn.
But no, those things took a beating, and because they were so big, you could take them through the grass. You could put them on concrete. It didn't matter. And they shot off everything. And those axles actually didn't bend because the cars were so light.
Yep. Damn, I forgot all about those big things too.
We talked about them not too long ago, and I believe Ed found some, and they're pretty expensive.
Really?
So I remember exactly what you're talking about, Punk. And for Christmas this year, I got a gift that my mom had to make me really think about. I was super upset for years because my mom threw out my Roscoe car,
Yeah.
right? And I never knew what happened to it, and she kept denying it for like years. And I was just a little guy, and I wouldn't let it go. Like 13 years old, still bringing it up, right? So this year at Christmas, she found a cookie tin and gave it to me. I'm like, what the hell is this about?
shit.
And then
That's
she explained
great.
it, and I was like, I love this goddamn thing, man.
Even though it's nothing like
Nothing like it, but just that memory attached
The
to it, right?
symbolism.
And if you remember the police cars, they had the clip-on lights that would eventually pop off, and then you put them back on. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Skinny ass brittle plastic lights.
Yeah. Turk there. I saw the word you used, and then as I read it, I went, "Nope, you're actually right," because
that's the name of the company.
Yeah,
That's Gay Toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it was my Evil Knievel stunt cycle. In fact, if you see any of those Instagram videos where the guys jump in the Evil Knievel over all the crazy shit,
Yeah, dude.
People tag me in that every time they see one, and they're like, "Remember when you set the whole backyard on fire?" I'm like, "Yeah, I sure do." My ass still hurts from that one.
I have a Super Dave, which is our version of Evil Knievel in my hand right now. I chuck this thing all over the house when I'm mad.
Voiced by Keanu Reeves.
So I can't believe no one said anything about the LJN wrestling figures.
I had the LJN like games, but I don't. Are you talking about the rubber, dude? We had me and my best friend literally. Yeah, they were weapons, like very heavy, and we had probably all of them between the two of us, and we used to draw our own matches. So we would write names on a piece of paper, and we'd fold them up and throw them all in a hat. And then we'd pick two names out of a hat, and that would be the two guys that fought. And then we'd take those two names and throw them back in the hat and pull out whoever won. And then we would have the match, but you knew who was going to win. But we would have the match with each other in that plastic ring, and we would go through all the wrestlers, dude. We do like 30 matches on a Saturday night or some shit like that.
Yeah, those are weapons. Like, I think I'm going to get some and just line them around my house, so if anyone ever breaks in, you can just grab it.
And all their butts were pink because the paint rubbed off.
Just find some at a flea market with shitty.
I don't know what you were doing with yours, right?
I use Hacksaw Jim Duggan to take out drywall, man. Just
we used to get into throwing fights with those things. Me and my
dude, yeah.
And I remember one time I took a Corporal Kirshner to the face so hard, like my whole eye, my face full up. My mom came home and was like, "What the fuck happened?"
Honky tonk man.
Someone breaks in your house, you look at the 2x4, or you look at the Hacksaw Jim Duggan LJN, and you're like, LJN, it's gonna hurt more.
Yep.
Those things were...
And then you throw some Legos and some Hot Wheels on the ground, so when they step on them, it's just like fucking.
God damn it!
Well, that's stupid fucking Christmas movie.
You remember
Home Alone, right? Exactly.
And how the other ones would stand up and they were almost like hard statues, but Hulk Hogan like had those legs and he would bounce forever. He would just do cartwheels.
Yeah, he did. Man. That was awesome. I saw some of those. They had some of those down there this weekend. Yojo Depot's got he's got a pretty good collection of those with good paint. Like the Brutus the Barber one, man, with those painted pants.
Oh, dude, the pink and black painted pants.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought of that. Imagine, because I remember seeing them at like a few cons, and they always take up a large table, right?
Yeah.
Imagine loading those in and out of the truck every fucking time.
Shit.
Yeah.
The only one of those I have is the Mouth of the South, and he's like in pristine condition. That's it. I have
dude, and that's awesome because he's got the megaphone, and he's just like we had classy Freddie Blassie, Bobby Heenan, Gene Oker. I mean, all of them. We literally had all those fuckers, dude, for that period of time.
All those
amazing.
All those
well, let's move along and get some
I gotta say goodnight, guys. I've been running
Okay.
12-hour days today, so I want to say
Right.
congratulations, happy anniversary. Keep
you.
up the good
Thanks,
work,
buddy.
guys. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks for
Yeah, Matt.
stopping
Bye,
by,
bud.
Matthew. Appreciate it. So, we'll say what's up to Frank Dumont, you stopping by, and Kenzo. Kenzo's Creations. Happy
Hey,
anniversary. Thank you. So, Pop Blender.
Well,
you're
see, I
up
figured
on trivia.
so now it might be a little easier because I figured Matthew would probably get all of this stuff. I had a feeling. I'll run through pretty quick. It's a combination. It might be comic, could be cartoon, kind of both. But so I tried to pull a few. For instance, what is the name Mars stand for?
Military Armaments Research Systems.
I
Oh,
have no clue.
Right? It's like I didn't know this shit. It's research. It's research syndicate.
oh.
I didn't know that shit until I read
Yeah,
it. And
I
I'm
thought it was
like,
what he just
what
said.
the fuck? Like, how did I not know that?
I almost said.
See, look,
syndicate, and
there's
I'm like,
Matthew. I told you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Who
Well,
did
Three-star, you pretty much got that.
yeah, he was on it. Who did Zorana fall for in the episode of Computer Complications?
Mainframe.
Mainframe.
Nice.
Yeah.
We were talking about dial tone. I wanted to say dial tone.
Who kidnapped Flint, Lady J, Cobra Commander, and the Baroness all at the same time?
Game Master.
Nice.
That was one of the episodes.
That
I
episode's
sent you
goofy as shit.
The picture of I bought this
Mhm.
weekend.
Nice.
Red Rocket's Glare.
Yeah,
The
man.
big car. They had the Game Master too. I bought this from
Those are
Toy
cool.
Federation.
Oh yeah.
But I've got the Revenge of Cobra one. So
I
this
picked up.
episode means so much to me and Pop Blender.
Oh,
I had to
yeah.
get this one.
Yeah, I picked up Countdown for Zartan. It's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
they had
That's great.
he had that one too.
Ah, it's so good. Okay. What item got stolen that made Cross Country mad in the episode Into Your Tent I Silently Creep?
The Confederate flag. Oh,
I know.
that would be you guys. That would be you guys.
His moon pies.
Belt buckle. His belt
Yeah,
buckle.
it's in the chat already. I love it.
Tape
His
deck.
tape deck.
Oh, that's right. He always had to play music. while he-
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This here. Hey, hang on real quick. Hang on just a second. So let me stop it. I actually have it somewhere.
You call this military discipline? Cross country's putting a tape deck in his havoc.
Now, don't you fret none, Beachhead. This here's fighting music.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, every time I play it, somebody wants to punch me out.
Very funny.
Just a good old boy. All right. Speaking of which, what is Beachhead's first name?
Wayne. No. Yes.
Wayne.
Wayne. You got it. Who is the man that is a secret agent that helps G.I. Joe in the episode The Spy Who Rooked Me? What is his name?
Oh shit. Oh man. That's a good question.
Damn.
Bobby's
Fucking
in
Bobby.
there. That's right.
Oh, Bobby, crushing it.
Matt, hear me. Answer me, Matt.
I know,
you can't
right?
win nothing, Bobby. Just stop. Don't tell me he doesn't have all the fucking answers, right?
I know, right? So how about this? All right, you guys, you like the movie, right? Okay,
Yeah.
G.I. Joe the movie. What TV show does Quick Kick reference in G.I. Joe the movie?
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know.
TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody talks
Very
about
popular
Casablanca.
TV show.
Was it Dallas?
No. 60s.
Oh.
Man from Uncle.
Mm-mm. I forgot
Viper
about
Scout
it.
Says the man from
I feel like it's
Auntie.
Gilligan's Island, but
I forgot about it until I went back and actually looked up the scene. I had to go back and watch it. No, Kenzo. Damn.
Twilight Zone.
Hell yeah.
Honeymooner. Twilight
the
Zone.
Twilight
Bobby
Zone?
got it again. Damn.
He's Googling it, ain't he?
He didn't say you couldn't Google it.
Yeah.
What let's see. What is okay, we looked at him tonight. What is Monkey Wrench afraid of?
Spiders. Big hairy spiders.
Big hairy spiders.
Who's not?
In the episode Captives of Cobra, who rescues Gung Ho's family when they're captured by the Baroness?
Oh, that's a good one too. Scarlet?
Dusty. Hey.
No idea.
No, and they all died. It's
They
Batman
rescue
Origins.
themselves when they show up.
Oh.
When they show up with Gung Ho, they show up and the family's already got all the Cobra troopers tied up and
Viper-
beat
I actually
down.
remember
Viper
that
Scout.
now. Once I saw Viper Scout say no one, I was like,
Yeah.
because he was always portrayed as like this big badass, and I think he basically got it from his mom.
Yeah, you meet his family.
Yeah.
So
Let's see.
chat was on it. Viper Scout, no one.
Yep.
Bobby Gung Ho's
Yep.
family was never in
Yeah,
danger.
Bobby and
Yep.
Trick
It was
question.
the last
don't
family
know.
they went to go kidnap when they found out their address
Fight back.
on Gung Ho's like file card or something like that. I remember. This one might be tough. What is the name of the ship that Destro puts his pulse modulator on so he can steal it?
Oh fuck! I just watched that episode too.
It's a great episode. It's a
Is
great
it the
episode,
US
actually.
flag?
It's not. One would think that it might have been.
one. I have one. I don't know if you guys know.
You have 8 Destros?
Is it the Montana? Oh my! See,
It's not as the spoiler.
It's the, so I think I would love to have a trivia contest.
Is it the Montana?
Yeah.
Where without the help.
No, I would love to see a trivia contest between Viper Scout and Bobby.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no,
Viper
absolutely.
Scout, yeah, when I'm on the stream or even like when he's on Punk's Pit,
Absolutely.
he is a wealth of knowledge. He just doesn't brag about it like Bobby Wold. Like, I won everything.
Damn. So you know about the mass device, right? And the weather dominator. What's the name of the device that Cobra stole from G.I. Joe in the movie?
The broadcast energy transmitter.
I had to think about that one for a while because I was like, what? Because I'm not a big fan of that movie personally. Just to let you know, they replaced all the voice actors and shit.
No, but as soon as I heard broadcast start coming out, I knew exactly what.
Yep. All right, last one. In issue 21, Snake Eyes squares off against which Cobra agent?
Storm Shadow.
Storm Shadow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's when we find out that they are Sword Brothers.
Sword.
That's right. He sees the tattoo on his arm.
Sword Brother.
And
Daredevil Dave's the Black Entertainment Television.
When I saw BET, I went, wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Joes were in there just kicking it, man. Listen to like DJ Jazzy Jeff or some shit.
Now, do you think Scarlet ever realized they were Sword Brothers? Is that how they got called Sword Brothers?
Eiffel Tower.
I was wondering if that's where you were going, and it was.
Right. Oh, that's great.
Look, I don't really have anything else. Some of them are so obscure that I was like, man, if they're ones that you just can't get, then we'd be sitting here going, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, obviously, when you have Bobby and Viper Scout in the chat, they're pretty much gonna crush them.
You're know it all. Yeah. So that's all right though. That's good though.
There's several. There's actually several resources, or a few of them that you can find. That's pretty good. And if you want to come up with your own, obviously you could. But I think that's where it might get a little obscure. Like trying to.
That's what I do. Try to dig too deep,
right? Thinking you're being clever because you love that, and then you find out nobody else knows what the fuck that is.
Yeah. Like, so, well, I am about ready to wrap it up for the evening. It's getting late. You guys on the East Coast, it's already after midnight.
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
got
get up
early
and go
morning.
a meeting tomorrow, so we're gonna
I
go
do
around
too.
the room real quick. But do want to thank all of the guests for joining us tonight and being here for celebrating our year anniversary, and all of our chat that's been here hanging out. I appreciate all of you guys so much. You know, good friends out there. Appreciate you guys tuning in every week. Punk, what do you got coming up?
No, just turn on YouTube. You'll find me.
37 live streams.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I have Turk Murphy on Thursday with a friend.
Nice.
And then, we have a new channel. Well, I don't have a new channel. My partner, Adam Vale, does the TV Terminal, where we are talking Mobland. And he just got screeners for it. So they'll be going up really early. And then obviously Monday Night Toy Ramblings. And then Tuesday we do a show now with myself, Spec. That's Matthew's best friend.
I know. Great buddies.
Baldilocks and the Island Viper.
Oh, that is, what is the name of that show again?
Circle of Jerks.
Yes. And on screen,
yeah,
there's
on
a
screen,
lot of
doing it on
skin
screen.
between the four of you guys.
Yeah.
No, War Chest.
I love
doing
I do
anything?
want to
Any
say,
pictures?
I do want. Baldy was trying to figure out the circles because he had done it, and so now ours are always in a circle, and I just think it's actually pretty cool that kind of like the gimmick now. Because normally I hate that stuff because it's called Circle of Jerks. I'm like, this actually works.
It's pretty good. War Chest, anything coming up? Doing any pictures? Any traveling? What you doing?
I will be sorting receipts for the next 2 days because my accountant fucking hates me. And he said he will not sort my receipts this
Oh,
day.
shit.
That's what I'm going to be doing. No other
Good
travels
times.
for me.
Well, good luck with all of that. Better you than me. Yeah,
Good luck,
better
man.
you than me. I got my income tax refund at the end of last week, so better you than me. Crusty Old Crow, what you got coming up? You want to tell us quickly about the shorts you put out this afternoon?
Sorry, I'm just reveling in the idea that for once, when I'm not jealous of somebody that just spoke before me. Yeah, no, I've been working on just getting shelf stuff done. So I did a Daredevil rooftop, and I'll probably do a video on that later. But I got some Cosmic Legions on the way, and some Mythic Legions that I ordered as well, and talk to you about the other one. But so I'm gonna have my first 4 Horsemen look at things in hand, and I'm looking forward to that. But that's about it.
You had no 4 Horsemen?
Nope, not a one.
Wow.
Same as I have no Gridiron. Oh, not a one. It's all good.
Wow. I don't know if you know, but from what I understand, if you review it, they just give it to you and they pay you.
Well, I found out I was part of the Gridiron gang, and I didn't even have to pay dues. So I just sweet.
Nice.
Where's my Gridiron?
I'll have to let them know that you're not paying your dues.
Yeah.
Quit saying stuff though. Pop Blender, what about you? What you got going
Man, Friday night, so I took the week off last Friday, had my son over, and I just want to spend some time with him. So I got to make it up and do a good stream on Friday night at 10:30 Eastern. And then obviously Tuesday with Matthew. I just can't wait till we get into more like summer movie season and we start getting some stuff that's exciting movie wise. To really talk about TV shows, man. Like you've got to really pick and choose. Like Punk, you talking about reviewing Reacher or something like that. It's kind of like when you're covering one topic, you can kind of single something out like that and do kind of a stream about it. When you're covering multiple topics, if you want to cover a show, it's like you've got to kind of just take a little bit of time on it, but you can't spend the whole time. And it's kind of tough because there is some stuff out there I'd love to do, but obviously Matthew also doesn't have, the time, as busy as he is, it seems like. So,
really, Bobby?
Oh Mobland.
I just said on the other channel that I'm doing, we review it. Like we talk about it.
Yeah,
and we just got screeners to do it, so we can do it ahead of time now.
What's the name
great.
of that channel again, Punk?
It is the TV Terminal.
The TV Terminal.
I'll put it in all in one word.
Okay. Sweet.
20.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Fridays and Tuesdays, the usual suspects. And then there it is. Okay, sweet. I love it.
I'm trying to find it too. So.
Yeah.
Bing, bang,
So I put it down in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
So just subscribe to it and got it down in the chat. So sweet. I've got couple of reviews in the can that I need to get edited because they're Mythic Legions. So I get the and I actually have actually it's all Four Horsemen stuff that I've got filmed and need to edit because I'm gonna cut some of that shit out and not subject the 8 people that watch it to having to see me fumble through all of it. I got those coming out, and I think that's it. Got another ramen van somewhere out there that's going to be coming in.
One day, your prince will come.
It said it was going to be here yesterday. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that stuff. So keep your eyes out for that if you enjoy the review. So again, thank everybody for joining us tonight. All of the
appreciate
guests.
it.
And
Thanks for having us, guys.
Yes, thank you for asking.
Thank you.
I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my Wednesday. Maybe I'll just sit here and not do anything. But no.
I just gotta I'm gonna say it too. Just congratulations, 1 year. The fact that you were cousins, I thought was weird at first, but it really worked. But
you not have cousins in Canada? Like what?
We have cousins, but I never see them get along, man.
Well, you should have seen them. You should have seen day one at Joe Fest. I don't think they were getting along.
Oh, I was there. I saw it, right, and I was like, "Are you sure you're related?"
The first hour or two probably was pretty rough, but then we settled in after that.
I hope Jared knows this. Pop sees me. He's like, "Oh my god!" And I'm standing. If you remember, I'm standing at
the landing,
top of the stairs, but on the landing.
Right.
And he's like, "Man," he's like, "I gotta get going." He's like, Darren is gonna be so pissed that I saw you.
Yeah. I was already not in a very good mood when we got
I
there.
heard.
Yeah. And he's like, I just saw Punk. I was like, God damn it,
this motherfucker.
I just wanted to say congratulations on doing a family activity together for this long, and keep at her, boys. That's all.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
This was so much more fun than watching Daredevil. I mean,
man, I heard that.
Any minute.
Wait. Are you seriously saying you don't like Daredevil?
Not a fan of this season. No.
It'll get there for me, but it's taken its time.
Did you see the last episode?
Yeah.
I was really upset with the way they used Muse and just got rid of them. And I was like,
it's weird, but
I'm too behind on it.
Yeah.
You can't, you could overdo Muse and it would just take too long.
Yeah.
They certainly didn't do them any good.
Because I was watching Muse and I'm like, where did I know that kid from? And then I realized I had just started watching, what is it, Your Honor?
Okay.
Yeah, Your Honor's
and
good.
And he's I'm like 2 episodes into it, and he's the son, and I'm like,
hey, he's a good actor. I'm just the dialogue, the writing isn't doing it for me.
No.
Like the other series did. For whatever reason, it's just not pulling me in.
I think they're trying to. I feel like they're trying to build their own, with still having that history if they want it.
Right.
Yeah. They're throwing you some red herrings to make this feel like the Netflix series with the violence and the overtones, and like where it does show up and the swearing in the dialogue, but it doesn't have the same chemistry and flow that the Netflix one did have.
I am enjoying it.
Yeah,
but
I like it for what it is.
One of the things that does bother me is that they went and they got, the other two actors. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
They kill Foggy off right away.
Yeah.
And then
I saw that.
And then what's her face goes back like to California or wherever she was at.
She disappeared.
And it was like, oh no, we signed them and you did, so you didn't lie. But it also goes back to the whole like, hey, we're bringing Edward Furlong back for this Terminator. Dead.
Yeah, but okay, but there is a working theory right now, and I mean spoilers out there, that those characters do come back later in the season.
I mean,
they did fake Foggy's death in the comic book. That's a fact.
Yeah. And that's perfectly fine. But I've liked it, and I've heard people complain that we haven't seen Daredevil. Obviously, we have in the past 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And we are getting the violence, like when he fights. And I didn't think it was all. I didn't think it was that over the top just to be over the top. I thought they were doing the same thing that they did with the Netflix, but it's not as dark as the Netflix.
No, not at all.
So I think
up.
they've evolved the character, and we were supposed to catch this. Like I was saying to Darren on the last episode, like he was when the Kingpin's slave there, Adam, was screaming, "Let me out." We were also seeing Matt Murdock being like, "Okay, I got to let Daredevil out now." And this is one thing that we see in this one that we didn't see before is now he's got a projectile at the end of that stick that he will run through a human body.
Oh, that was
bad.
Haven't seen any of that yet.
Spoiler alert, guys. Oh my god.
And I don't have to describe it, but when we saw it, but you know what? It made sense because if you go back to Netflix in the earlier seasons, when he fought the Hand, he learned.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that was great.
It just muted you. And I muted you and unmuted you, Crow.
No, that's okay.
Well,
just kidding.
You are behind. So the thing of it is, I will tell you though, and I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm gonna say you're gonna watch it and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that was cool, and that fight was cool, or whatever. But when you get caught up, personally, I think you're gonna go, yeah. If they had actually said what they were gonna say, it probably wouldn't have changed the way I feel about this.
Without spoiling anything.
Right.
I think that they really just misused Muse as a character, and it could have definitely been a really good season with him and really been very, I mean, they didn't even use his powers accordingly.
Elongated and made like they've done with the other season.
I know nothing about him. So
Muse's powers are almost like
I didn't know who he was.
He was like an Inhuman. He had Tarragon Mist powers.
And they don't really explore that. He's just a kid that knows some Taekwondo and shit and barely even learned it.
That was really weird because I'm like,
right.
Matthew could kick his ass.
Well,
Matthew knows karate. I don't know if you know that.
I don't want to say too much more about it. I know, Darren, I know you got to get up to go out to that meeting early, like 6 o'clock or whatever. I actually have a doctor's appointment in the morning myself. I could sit here and wax about this all night for sure, but I know you definitely have to try to shut it down. I'm sure as much as I hate to, because I'd sit here and
this is great.
Talk about it for the next 30-40 minutes.
Yeah, if I didn't have to get up, this would be great. So everybody get caught up on Daredevil. Maybe we'll do this again, and Pop and Matthew will probably talk about it on Tuesday.
Yeah,
so, I will be back next Wednesday with Krusty Old Crow for Backyard Battlefield. And then we will be back here, Pop Blender, 7's Wild in
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Get ready for a surprise.